Good Friday evening to you. Coming to you from Lake Country Lutheran High School here on Radio Plus Video Sports. It's Winnebago Lutheran, the number 7 seed in Division 4, down in the lower right half of the Division 5, in the lower right portion of the bracket. Number 7 seed Winnebago Lutheran upset St. Mary's Springs a week ago, 21-20. And tonight, they're here in Heartland down here and taking on Lake Country Lutheran. Lake Country Lutheran, the number 3 seed, 42-6 winners over number 6 Watertown Luther Prep in Level 1. And it sets up a 3-7 matchup here in the second round. And WLA, a lot of momentum, obviously. They win, 4 out of their last 5 games of the regular season. The only loss comes to Springs. And then they knock off Springs in Level 1 in one of the most unlikely, at least in my opinion, and I've been around the Flyweight Conference for a few years, one of the most unlikely playoff victories that you'll see. 21-20. If you didn't watch that game, WLA took the lead late in the fourth quarter on a Gannon Schwartz 47-yard touchdown run. Springs comes down, ties the game with about a minute and a half left, goes for 2, and WLA stuffs them at about the 3-yard line. Ben Anderson got circled up there, and his pass fell incomplete. So obviously for Winnebago Lutheran, you can't come into a game on any higher note than they have. But Lake Country Lutheran, 42-6 in Level 1. They looked like the number 3 seed. They went out and dominated, and they give themselves another home game here tonight. They probably felt like they were going to make their second trip up to Fruth this season. They opened the season against Springs back in Week 1, and Springs took care of them. Springs defense all over Lake Country Lutheran in that Week 1 matchup. But Lake Country Lutheran, they'll take this. The Lightning get a home game here on the turf where they can use some of their speed and see if they can take down the Winnebago Lutheran Academy Vikings here tonight. Should be a good one. Elsewhere tonight at Marshfield High School, number 1 Stratford is hosting number 4 Amherst. That is the other game in this section of the bracket. So if Winnebago Lutheran Academy able to pick up back-to-back upsets, the likely destination would be a trip up to the northwest to take on Stratford, or Amherst, if Amherst is able to pull off an upset as well. But Lake Country Lutheran is going to have a lot to say about that. This is a pretty talented 3 seed when everything's all said and done. So that is the scenario tonight. I'm Jordan King. This is the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. You're watching on Radio Plus Video Sports. We'll take our first time out here of the pregame show. When we come back, we'll continue on, introduce you to some of the key players from both of these teams as we continue with the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show on RP Video Sports. Stay with us.
The following is a presentation of Radio Plus Video Sports.
For the Cardinals, Connor Klaprick on 3rd down and 2 from the 7. Design QB keeper, Klaprick into the end zone. Touchdown, Fond du Lac.
Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association first place winner for best digital production in the state.
Defensive pressure here. He brings a man in motion. It's a QB keeper. He gets by 2 defenders. He's to the midfield, and he is off to the races. 20, 10, touchdown Ledgers. Wow, can Bauer go?
In-depth interviews with coaches and players, sideline reports, in-depth analysis, and top-notch production.
Scored midway through the second quarter. Schraffenauer gets the handoff, 25-20 to the 15, weaving to the 10-5, touchdown.
Wow. Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association multi-year first place winner for best play-by-play in the state.
8-yard line, angling to the 10 to the 20-yard line, 30-yard line, up to 40, up to midfield, down to the 40, 30, 20, Mullins, 10, 5, touchdown!
Thanks to our Radio Plus Video Sports sponsors.
Edward Jones Fond du Lac Advisors, Musa Sheet Metal, Quest Interiors, Sargento Cheese,
American Family Insurance Agent Brad Tagliapietra, Bauer Chiropractic, BCI Burke, Bob's Pizza,
Bristol Morgan Bank, Addison Jones Real Estate, Cole Oil and Propane, Dufresne Moving and Storage,
Roush Insurance, Smith Builders, Marco Tax Service, AirTech Heating and Cooling,
Anders Auto Parts, Taco Bell, Fox Valley Savings Bank, Holiday Automotive,
Dynamic Chiropractic, Rademan Stone and Landscape, Everson Law Office, Hopper's Screen Printing and Custom Embroidery,
Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Integrity Saw and Tool, Fondy Family Dental, Into the Woods Wellness,
St. Mary Springs Academy, Lens Truck Center, Fond du Lac Credit Union, Marion University,
Right Way Home Improvement, New Medical Center, Scotty's Auto Works,
National Exchange Bank and Trust, Pizza Ranch, Silica for your home, Pino Construction,
Real estate agent Brock Fleischer. Back in action.
Camera Casino.
Let's go live to the Radio Plus Sports broadcast booth.
If you're considering building a home, it's important to sit down and have a conversation with your realtor, your financial advisor, or your builder. Signature Homes has client appointments throughout the course of the week that specifically just discuss, is it right for you? Does it make sense? Is this the right timing? Can we be the right builder? Can we provide the right product? We really don't have a limitation to what we build or who we build for. It really comes down to what you need and if we're a fit. And we're certainly going to do everything we can to bring your signature home to life.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Connect with the road. Love what you drive and where you get it. Shop the SUV season sales event at Holiday and get our low simplified price, more for your trade, and score enticing offers like 0% financing plus generous bonus cash up to $3,250 on the spacious, nimble Mazda CX-70 while you enjoy our exceptional guest care.
Put your trust in the award-winning team at Holiday.
Find yours and drive it home today from Holiday Mazda, Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
Call us when you need a company you can trust.
You hear it all the time, but what does it mean? This is Danny and Heather at AirTech Heating, and for our company, it means we do right by our customers and provide them quality service for superior home comfort.
It means our prices are competitive and fair. It means that we stand behind our work. It means doing whatever it takes.
To whom you trust, your family's safety and comfort does matter. Call the team at AirTech Heating at 924-6742 when you need a company you can trust.
Joint or spine pain holding you back from the activities you love? Exhausted from relying on pain medications? Dreading the thought of steroid shots or invasive surgery? At New Medical Center, we believe in tapping into your body's own natural healing abilities. Our cutting-edge regenerative treatments use your body's own natural biologics to repair and restore damaged tissues. Visit us online at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 920-324-9899.
Welcome back here to Lake Country Lutheran High School. Jordan King with you here on the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. Thanks for joining us this evening on Radio Plus. The Lightning and the Vikings here in Level 2 of the WIAA Division 5 playoffs. A couple of other area teams in action tonight on Radio Plus info. You can go find Mayville hosting Berlin. That's a 2-3 matchup that I think is just going to be an absolute dogfight tonight. That's going to be a good one up at Mayville. And then Lemira hosts Manitowoc Lutheran tonight, and that one on paper looks like a mismatch. We found out the Vikings can tell you no better than anyone else that you can't overlook anyone. So Lemira's got to come to play tonight against Manitowoc Lutheran. But, on paper down in Division 6, it looks like Lemira can make a serious run here. So those two games also on our Radio Plus coverage tonight. So you can bop between the two. We'd appreciate if you kept it here. This should be a good one here between Winnebago Lutheran and Lake Country Lutheran. Let's tell you a little bit about the Lightning. This is a team that's balanced, and between Jackson Menzel, the quarterback, and Nathan Groff, along with Andrew Benz, and this rushing attack. Now, Menzel is plenty dangerous with his legs, too. We'll get to that in a moment. This is a team that can hurt you in both ways. Now, They want to run the ball first and foremost. Groff, 933 yards this year, 9.1 yards per rush for Nathan Groff this season. And the fact of the matter is his stats would probably look a lot better if Lake Country Lutheran didn't blow a lot of teams out this year. 9.1 yards per carry, 18 touchdowns. He rushes for 93.3 yards per game. Nathan Groff, he's only carried the ball 103 times this year. Andrew Benz, 406 yards on the season, 5 yards per tote, 7 touchdowns for him. And then the dual-threat quarterback, Jackson Menzel. He's thrown for 649 yards on a completion percentage of 56%. That's pretty good at this level. You don't see many quarterbacks up in the 60s, and 56%, this is just anecdotal. I don't have the data for the whole division, but I would say in Division 5 you don't see many quarterbacks that are up in the 60% range. So I would say 56% is probably right there in the top echelon in terms of completion percentage. And then he's got 7 touchdowns on the year. Now, Menzel's thrown 6 picks. And we'll get to interceptions when we get to the keys to the game. I think the Vikings are going to have to get some turnovers to stay in this, and perhaps that's one place that they could do it. Lake Country Lutheran has not lost a fumble this season, so something to keep an eye on would be Menzel being able to just take care of the football for the Lightning at the quarterback spot. But he also rushes 54 carries for 316 yards this season, almost 6 yards per rush. He's got 3 touchdowns. Gavin Kiley has 3 touchdowns for them as well. So on the ground, Lake Country Lutheran is as good as anyone you'll see. WLA did an excellent job against Springs last week in a game where I thought WLA would be outmatched in the trenches. Their young line came to play, and this is an offensive and defensive line for the Vikings that has just continued to improve. They lost 6 guys out of the trenches from a season ago. You knew this was going to be a slow start for the Vikings. They played a tough conference schedule to open things up, played a tough non-conference schedule as well with Kettle Moraine Lutheran in there. And so I think the Vikings are just starting to hit their stride with how they want to be playing in the trenches. Another big test here tonight with Lake Country Lutheran. Receiving-wise, Ethan Hans is the leading receiver, 18 grabs for 160 yards. That's nearly 9 yards per reception. But Daniel Cleary, when things down near the red area, down when they're scoring touchdowns, it's Daniel Cleary. He averages 16.4 yards per reception. He's got 4 touchdowns on just 8 grabs this year. So 1 out of every 2 for Cleary is a touchdown. So a big play waiting to happen for the Lightning. Blake Barkow also has 109 yards receiving as well. Gavin Baranek with 90. So a team that can spread things around. They have 14 players that have caught a pass this year. So very, like I mentioned, they're balanced. You got to respect a couple of different runners. You got to respect several different pass catchers for them as well. And then defensively, that's, I think, where they jumped off the page to me the most. They have 4 different tacklers that have 10 or more tackles for loss. Tackles for loss. Starts with Gavin Kiley. He's got 13 tackles for loss, 7 sacks. He's forced 3 fumbles for Lake Country Lutheran. Evan Roll, 12 tackles for loss, 4 sacks. He's recovered 5 fumbles. And then this team has picked off the quarterback something like 9 times this year. So they're plus 9 in the turnover margin is Lake Country Lutheran. Look, you can go all the way down the list. You can scavenge the stats for yourself. It's a good football team. That's what I just described for you. And that's why Lake Country Lutheran, that's in part why they're a number 3 seed. And the computers liked them enough to give them one of the top seeds. So that's why we're playing this one here. But WLA, as I mentioned, I don't think they'll be too frightened of anyone after taking down Springs last week. And the way WLA took down Springs is our Lens Truck Center play of the week. Each week, Radio Plus will feature a play of the week. Vote for your favorite at the end of the season at RadioPlusInfo.com. We're going to get to we're starting to get to the nitty-gritty of the season here, and so you're going to be able to vote for your favorite play of the week from the entire season. But last week, it was Gannon Schwartz, 47 yards, as electric a play as you'll see, and it came at the biggest moment for the Vikings. The Lens Truck Center play of the game.
Here's a look at our Lens Truck Center and Radio Plus Video Sports play of the game.
Runner in motion left to right. Snap to Schwartz. He waits.
waiting for a hole to develop. Shoulder shake at the 47, through an arm tackle. He's got the first down. One man to beat up the sideline. He shakes that man loose. 15, 10, 5, touchdown Vikings.
Well, we knew it was only a matter of time before Gannon Schwartz went long, and there it is. That could be the deciding factor of the game. Now only 3 minutes and 12 seconds left in the game. I see no flags. Touchdown Vikings.
Winnebago Woodford Academy upset Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs this past Friday night.
Anders Auto Parts, your locally owned bumper-to-bumper auto parts store serving the Fond du Lac area since 1956. Experienced and knowledgeable staff ready to serve you. Anders Auto Parts features PPG and Shopline auto paint along with PPG Versalon commercial paint. Quality name brand auto parts. Anders Auto Parts, your bumper-to-bumper auto parts store at 16 West Sibley Street, just off North Main Street, behind American Family Insurance.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy to pre- and post-orthopedic surgery to work-related and sports injuries, the staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to your treatment, recovery, and return to the lifestyle you're looking for. With locations in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein, Back in Action has a one-on-one approach that's second to none. Learn more at backinactionrehab.com.
We need play at all ages and stages of life to keep us and our communities healthy and happy and full of energy and excitement. At Burke, development, research, design, innovation, wellness, and connection guide us each and every day and help us bring the highest level of play to the communities we serve. Play gives us the power to connect. It tells us anything is possible and that we are always capable. The time is now to play.
Hey, I'm Jeff Cornelli. I'm the owner of Tavern on the Avenue, Bob's on the Avenue, Just Love Coffee on the Avenue. Just Love Coffee is a franchise out of Nashville, Tennessee. We actually interviewed 30 different people, and these people are above and beyond better than anybody else. 90% of the money that is made in the coffee shop is donated to charities. There's nothing in Fond du Lac like this business. It's very upscale, it's family oriented. We got kids games, the kids can play their games, the families can come here at birthday parties and have coffee at the same time.
Okay, let's start with some clouds, some mountains over there, and finally a river. Hey Dad, look.
Looks like the perfect spot.
American Family Insurance is here to protect your family on the road with the Travel Peace of Mind package.
American Family Insurance.
Visit Brad Taylor Pizza today in Fond du Lac or Ripon.
Back here at Lake Country Lutheran High School, Jordan King with you here in the Integrity Sauntool pregame show. Man, you just saw it there with the Lens Truck Center play of the week. Gannon Schwartz, 47 yards to the house. Oh, what a fun run to watch. And I watched that last week from the WLA sideline. I was over on that side taking pictures. And, oh, my goodness, the first juke move. And you can kind of see it captured on the stream, but just from right behind him, that juke move was unbelievable, just absolutely sick from Gannon Schwartz. And once he gets some daylight, say goodnight. It's you're pretty much done. He's going to take it to the house, and that's what he did. We're going to talk to Coach Kevin Lair in just a couple of minutes. Nick caught up with him earlier this week. Before we do that, we'll talk about our keys to the game built by Pinot Construction and Pinot Buildings. Turn vision into reality. And I kind of mentioned it. A couple of things for WLA if they want to give themselves a chance headed into the fourth quarter. And I think Coach Kevin Lair has talked about this. I've heard other coaches on the staff talk about it. You just want to give yourself an opportunity down the stretch to get an upset. And I thought that's exactly what WLA did last week. They weren't perfect by any means. Springs bit off some massive chunk plays against the WLA defense. The very next play, WLA right back at it. And they were able to hold Springs over on downs a couple of times. They were able to force, some PAT or some field goal opportunities. They thought they were going to force field goal opportunities. Springs ended up going for it. But the defense really made Springs work for it. And I think that's got to be WLA's MO here tonight as well. If you give up any big plays to Lake Country Lutheran, this defense has to just shake it off and step into the next play and try to hold them. Because I thought that was the big difference from Week 9 to last week against Springs. Springs made some big plays that went for touchdowns in Week 9. Springs made some big plays in Level 1. But WLA just stepped up after that. They were able to just kind of wash their hands of it and say, let's move on to the next play and make a play. And I thought that was a big key to the game last week. And then WLA, I find it tough to believe they're going to be able to stand. Schwartz threw a couple of interceptions last week. WLA is going to have to play probably cleaner than that here tonight. But WLA's also got to be able to force some turnovers. Lake Country Lutheran, as we mentioned, is +9 in the turnover battle this season, turnover margin. If WLA wants to be in it heading into the fourth quarter, late in the third quarter, give themselves an opportunity to win this game tonight, it's my opinion that they're going to have to maybe get some turnovers. Play well defensively, take care of the football. Can you win that turnover battle and give yourselves a couple of extra opportunities against this Lightning defense? That's going to be a couple of keys here tonight. And our Bauer Chiropractic injury report got pain. See Shane, Dr. Shane Bauer, and the fine folks over at Bauer Chiropractic for the injury report. WLA projects they figured to get a couple of really key players back here tonight. They haven't had Moses Metzger for a couple of weeks. They think he's going to be able to go this evening coming off of a multi-week injury. I'm trying to see down there. That was the coaching staff. There was still a little uncertainty, but I'm trying to see down there if Metzger's out there. That would be a big addition for WLA on both sides of the ball, but especially defensively. What he gives them from their linebacker position would be huge for WLA. And then they get Cole Keifenheim back, and Keifenheim's down there warming up. He's the starting running back, their leading rusher. He didn't play against Springs last week, and Schwartz had to carry the ball 20 times as a result. And I don't think WLA wants to subject Gannon Schwartz to a bunch of hits again because he took a ton of them in Level 1. So if they can lighten the load on Schwartz a little bit with Adrian Brenner, and Cole Keifenheim, I think that will be a good recipe for success. So positive news on the Bauer Chiropractic injury report for Winnebago Lutheran, getting a couple of key guys back, or at least hopefully in the case of Moses Metzger. We'll check back on that as we get things rolling here. I can't see down on the field. I'm trying to see if I can locate him. But anyways, those would be two big additions. Certainly, even if it's just Keifenheim, that's a huge get for WLA to be able to march him out there this evening. All right, coming up here, we got our Fondy Family Dental Coaches Smile interview. Fondy Family Dental, Dr. Chad and his team will make you smile before, after, and yes, even during your appointment. We'll have Nick catching up with Coach Kevin Lair on the Fondy Family Dental Coaches Smile interview.
Welcome back into the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. Radio Plus Video Sports. Time for the Fondy Family Dental Coaches Smile segment. Fondy Family Dental. Before, after, during your appointment, they make you smile. And he's smiling this week. Playoff win for Winnebago Lutheran Academy. Kevin Lair, head coach of the Vikings. Coach, it's a pleasure. How are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, Nick. Thanks for having me on.
You bet. All right. So in one of the premier, what turned out to be games, matchups coming down to the wire at the end, it was a classic at Fruth. Go back there. Talk about it for us.
Oh, man. Yeah, it was a great game. I've been telling the people that have been at it, great game, great evening. We knew going in the week before we were able to have some success against them. The score didn't dictate that, but we had some success. And, we knew if we made a few adjustments, we'd give ourselves a chance. And we did. We had some kids step up, make some great plays, and kept us in the ball game and gained confidence as the game went on. And we were able to hold them on that 2-point conversion with, 58 seconds left or something. And it was pretty much euphoria on our sideline. It's been a while, and the kids deserved it.
2007, maybe, last time that you got a score to win against a crosstown rival. Don't quote me on that, but maybe it's been that long.
I think it has. And Coach Josh McCormick, who coaches for us now, was the quarterback in that year, and his dad was the head coach. So it's pretty special to him too. His dad passed away earlier this year, and it was pretty special for him to get a win like that. So yeah, it's been a long time.
Coach, what was your reaction as you see your defense get ready for a 2-point conversion instead of an extra point kick to win it, not to tie it?
Nick, I don't know. It's kind of a blur. It was exciting. We kind of figured as they're coming down the field here that there's a good chance they're going to go for 2 and end it right there. They're on the 3-yard line. They need to get 3 yards, right? And they could end it right there. So, I mean, it was some unnerving moments, but the kids pulled through. We had the right call on, and the kids pulled through, and we got it done.
You close the book on level 1, and now you go to level 2, and you take on Lake Country Lutheran and the Lightning, a 7-3 team. Coach, your plans for Lake Country Lutheran, what do they like to do?
Well, they're definitely a run-oriented team, too. I think they're very similar to us, a little bit older, but their skills are pretty young, and, I would say they're, the quarterback is 200 pounds. He's going to run the ball just like Gannon, and we're going to have a work cut out for us for sure. They've been a perennial in my mind, the last 10 years with the Amherst and the Springs and the Lake Country Lutherans. They all kind of mix in, and yeah, so it's going to be a tough test for us Friday night.
Are there any injuries for the Vikings coming into the ball game?
Obviously, Cole Keifenheim sat out last week. We think he's going to play here. We're not certain yet. Moses Metzger was out last week. He got cleared to play. So, yeah, Sam Polash has been out for a while, and he probably, unless we get, I think he's out for the year the way it sounds. And yeah. So, yeah, that's about, just not unlike any other team. I'm sure they have some injuries too. And, yeah, we have a few ourselves. And so, yeah, we just got to next man up, and we got to move forward.
Vikings in level 2 will end on this. What's the overall message, Coach, to the team this week?
Keep the confidence, right? We beat a team, our crosstown rival, and a lot of hype for it, a lot of confidence, and gain some confidence there. But keep the confidence, but stay humble and get yourself prepared. And we'll be on the field fighting Friday night.
Coach Kevin Lair for Winnebago Lutheran Academy. Coach, look forward to having the video stream for people to watch if they can't make the trip. Appreciate your time, buddy, and we'll talk soon.
Sounds good. Thank you, Nick.
Dr. Bauer of Bauer Chiropractic for progressive and traditional chiropractic care. If you're in pain, Bauer Chiropractic offers unique ways to provide relief for many types of pain and conditions. New to this area is MLS Class 4 cold laser therapy, which can be very effective with treating many nagging injuries such as plantar fasciitis, tennis elbow, shoulder pain, knee pain, and many others. Pain relief and prevention are 2 reasons to see Dr. Shane Bauer at 355 North Peters Avenue, Fond du Lac, or log on BauerChiroFDL.com.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Brock Fleischer here with Homestead Realty. I know that buying and selling a home can be stressful. I'm here to help. Are you ready to sell? I have buyers waiting for a home just like yours. Are you looking to buy? I can sell any home that's on the market, and I'm here to get you pre-approved to purchase, along with finding the best loan and lender for your situation. I'll even go as far as arranging movers. For an easier real estate transaction, give me a call. Brock Fleischer, 920-960-0555.
For over 100 years, the name Cole is synonymous with quality fuels, lubricants, and propane. That's because Cole is the area's trusted source for farm, construction, and trucking companies, as they partner with these companies to help them achieve their unique goals. The team at Cole Oil and Propane is dedicated to serving you. They pride themselves on a customer-first approach and work hard to make sure you're satisfied. You can rely on Cole for prompt delivery, competitive prices, and quality service. Learn more at ColeOilAndPropane.com.
Are you unsure of what career path you want to take? Musa Sheet Metal is looking for motivated individuals to join their highly regarded apprenticeship program. Throughout the program, you'll learn the skills to be able to run your own job site. A career at Musa Sheet Metal is a chance to join a driven team working together to design and build products to help build communities. Learn more at MusaSheetMetal.com. That's MusaSheetMetal.com.
Build products that build communities. Apply at musasheetmetal.com.
This is Craig Larson, sales manager with locally owned Dufresne Moving and Storage. Moving is very important to me, and I take pride in making sure our clients are happy with their overall experience at a reasonable cost and done in a high quality manner. We have a crew that is dedicated on taking care of your stuff. Call me today for an estimate at 1-800-425-MOVE or visit us at DufresneMoving.com. Dufresne Moving and Storage of Fond du Lac. Making your move and storage of goods simple.
Here we go.
Back here at Lake Country Lutheran High School, Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show rolls on. Here, the Lightning and the Vikings getting ready to hook it up. We have your Sargento Cheese starting lineup. Start your new career at careers.sargento.com, and we'll give you the starters for the Vikings offensively. Number 4 is Cole Keifenheim, as we mentioned, back from an injury. 5'10", 170-pound junior running back, the leading rusher for the Vikings. Although after last week, Schwartz might have overtaken him. I'd have to do a little math on that and see if Schwartz passed his classmate in the rushing statistics. Nope, just a few yards ahead still is Cole Keifenheim. Number 5 is Gannon Schwartz. He is the starting quarterback, 5'9", 155-pound junior, and he is elite. An electric runner. He is as good as build. Gannon Schwartz is a showstopper for the Vikings. Miles McCauley, number 15, 6'4", 200-pound senior receiver. And Miles McCauley made a couple of massive plays for the Vikings last week. They had some 3rd and 4th downs where they just threw it up to the 6'4" McCauley. He won a jump ball, went up and got the rebound. Number 23 is Frankie Wiedmeyer, 6 foot, 185-pound junior. He'll run the ball, plays a little slot receiver, a lot of motion, and he's someone the Vikings like to fake the ball to, and then every now and again they give him the football, and he's plenty electric enough to make something happen. His specialty, his forte, is being a excellent tackler in the secondary for the Vikings on the other side of the football. Number 24 is Adrian Brenner, a 5'10", 170-pound junior running back, the 3rd leading rusher of the rushing attack for the Vikings, 420 yards this year. He's usually their counter runner and averages 8.1 yards per carry. It really opens up for Adrian Brenner when he gets able to tote the rock. Number 42 is a sophomore tight end. That's Eli Mookie, 5'11", 190-pound tight end, and he made a huge play last week against Springs. Got an interception on the defensive side, but he's really starting to come into his own on offense as well. And then in the trenches, Moses Metzger, Reibel, Josh Eckert, Orville Bloom. Other than Moses Metzger, and really Metzger hasn't played much in the last couple of weeks, as we've mentioned, the Vikings haven't had a senior in the trenches over the last, make it 3, 4, 5 weeks in the season. So the Vikings, as I mentioned, really young on the lines, and they're really starting to turn the corner. Can they continue that positive momentum tonight? That'll be the question. That is your Sargento Cheese starting lineup. Start your new careers at careers.sargento.com. They're going to have the anthem and starters here in the stadium. So we're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have our right way home
disrupt the standard approach to healthcare.
Kickoff.
We understand that common is not normal. And unlike the restrictive healthcare mentality, we dig deeper to find answers to life-restricting health challenges. While focusing on overcoming interference in the body, we go beyond symptom-based care and address your unique physiology, allowing your mind and body to find its way to better health. You don't need to merely get through every day, but rather take control of your life and, more importantly, your health. The Wellness Way Fond du Lac. Do health differently.
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate, they work closely with their clients, providing exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Call attorney William Everson at 920-922-7113 or go to everson-law.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Edward Jones and these area Edward Jones financial advisors. Robert Bruce, located at 976 East Johnson Street. Patrick Elistad, located at 560 Fond du Lac Avenue. Matt Moses. And Jeff Wills, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. Good luck to all athletes in today's game. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy to pre- and post-orthopedic surgery to work-related and sports injuries, the staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to your treatment, recovery, and return to the lifestyle you're looking for. With locations in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein, Back in Action has a one-on-one approach that's second to none. Learn more at backinactionrehab.com.
Integrity Saw into a pregame show. We're going to wrap things up here as they get ready to get rolling in this Level 2 playoff matchup between the Vikings and the Lightning. Once again, WIAA 21-20 winners over St. Mary's Springs on the road at Fruth last week. First win against the Ledgers since 2007. And in Level 1, Lake Country Lutheran took down 6th-seeded Luther Prep 42-6. And that sets up this evening's matchup. Close out the Integrity Saw into a pregame show with the Right Way Home Improvement opening kickoff. From doors and gutters to roofs and siding, Right Way Home Improvement has you covered. Kick off your home project today. Contact Right Way Home Improvement for your free estimate. Call 920-929-8999. That's 920-929-8999. Or visit rightwaybuilt.com. That's rightwaybuilt.com. High school sports today on RadioPlusInfo.com is presented by these four Fond du Lac area Edward Jones financial advisors. Matt Moses, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellisted. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. WLA will receive the opening kickoff here. They won the toss last week and deferred. This time they're going to get the ball to open the contest. Lake Country Lutheran has it teed up, and we're just about ready to roll. WLA in their road whites, blue numbers, black trim, silver helmets, and silver pants. And Lake Country Lutheran in that beautiful, bold navy blue that they got going on. Sharp uniforms for the Lightning. And gorgeous turf field down here, by the way. I was walking around down there. It's the football field turf. It's excellent. Here's Cooper Schwalbe catching the ball at the 30-yard line. Talk about Schwalbe a lot last week. His name, I would assume, got mentioned a lot. I didn't watch the broadcast last week, but he was all over the place for the Vikings. Another one of this talented sophomore class for Winnebago Lutheran. And usually he's not expected to do that job. But that's exactly what Lake Country Lutheran should do, keep the ball away from Gannon Schwartz. That's what they did. And WLA will start their first drive here of the first half at the 36-yard line. A week ago, Gannon Schwartz, over 200 yards total offense, both passing and rushing. Majority of that, about 146 on the ground for Schwartz, including a 47-yard house call. Here is a counter play to Adrian Brenner, and he is eaten up behind the line of scrimmage, and a 2-yard loss for Brenner. They're They actually spotted that at the 37, so back to the 35, and the first play goes negative for the Vikings. And they were not behind the chains a whole lot against Springs, although they did get off to a really slow start. Had a 3-and-out their first drive, did WLA. Found themselves down 7-0 early against Springs before battling back. Wiedmeyer goes in motion. The pitch to Wiedmeyer on the right side, cuts upfield. Nice cut. He fumbled the football. Ball's on the turf, and Lake Country Lutheran has it. It was a hard hit by one of the linebackers there, and the recovery is Gavin Kiley. Just 2 plays into the game and a fumble, and that is not how Winnebago Lutheran Academy wanted to start things. And I think Wiedmeyer might still be down. He got popped hard, and he fumbled the football. And Gavin Kiley, we told you pregame, Kiley on the year has recovered 1 fumble already. Usually he's forcing the fumble. He's forced 3, recovered 1, make it 2 now, as he puts Lake Country Lutheran in excellent field position just 2 plays into the game. Ball will be at the plus 39-yard line for Lake Country Lutheran, and already pretty much into scoring range for LCL. So we'll see. WLA's defense already put in a tough situation here early in this one. 11-11 to go in the first quarter. First possession for Lake Country Lutheran, and their quarterback, Jackson Menzel, goes under center, offset eye, man comes in motion, and the give is to the left side. A couple of great blocks made there. McCauley able to push Benz out of bounds, but he picked up a first down, and I want to say picked up about 15 yards. That's what they're going to give him. Andrew Benz for 15 on the play, and well, that looks good for Lake Country Lutheran. Can they continue? If they can continue that moving forward here. More on the first play than WLA was able to get on their first drive. Another man in motion, 2 behind the quarterback, Menzel. The turn, the give, another big hole, this time to the right side, Lake Country Lutheran. 2 plays, 2 rushes, and a touchdown for Gavin Kiley. Kiley takes it 24 yards to the house, and the Lightning lead this one just a minute into the game. Wow. Talk about a punch to the jaw to start this one for Lake Country Lutheran. And they'll try the extra point here with Bennett Hom. And Menzel, the quarterback, to hold. Hom up and good. 7-0 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. That is not how the Vikings wanted to start, but just how the Lightning drew it up. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll be right back after this on RP Video Sports.
The Rademan family has been quarrying and producing natural stone products for over 50 years. Is your driveway in need of repair? Here at Rademan's, our crushed stone division provides our customer with stone needed for maintaining your gravel driveway. Our quarry stone division provides landscape stones such as stepping stones and retaining wall stone for your outdoor living areas. We also offer natural thin and full veneer stone for interior applications such as fireplaces or outdoor applications to combine with or replace your siding or brick. Rademan Stone and Landscape Company, where we have the materials to do the best work on earth.
So back here at Lake Country Lutheran, 10:57 to go in the first quarter. There have been 4 offensive plays run tonight so far. On WLA's second play from scrimmage, Frankie Wiedmeyer got popped, fumbled. Kiley recovered it. Then a couple of plays into the Lake Country Lutheran possession, Kiley ran it in. Here's a rolling kick, and it's going to be picked up by Kiefenheim. Massive hole for Kiefenheim. Got to make one man miss, and Hom brings him down the kicker. I'll tell you what, I think if Kiefenheim cuts that back to the left, he might still be running. He cut it to the right. Hom did a nice job making the tackle, but that one could have been a big answer from WLA right there. That was blocked up well, and you could have driven a truck from our halftime Holiday Automotive halftime show. You could have driven a truck through that hole. My goodness. So WLA out for their second possession. Good field position at the 47-yard line where Gannon Schwartz will resume. Receiver to either side and a false start early. So WLA does not look good and does not look sharp, I should say, here early. That goes back to the 37-yard line, the 42-yard line. Not a 10-yard penalty. That's all offenses thank goodness that's not the case, right? 1st and 15 for the Vikings, but the Vikings offense is not really equipped to face 1st and 15. I'll tell you that much. They've been behind the chains here on both possessions. It's a 4-yard run for Cole Keifenheim, and it's 2nd and 11 for the Vikings. So it's 2nd and 12 on the first possession, now 2nd and 11 here on the second possession. And WLA, when they throw the football, they want it to be on their terms, and 2nd and 11 is not necessarily that for the Vikings. So 2 negative plays have put them behind the chains, and it brings up 2nd and 11. 2 receivers to either side. Keifenheim is the man in the slot for the Vikings, their starting running back. Brenner comes in motion. Snap to Gannon Schwartz. Schwartz with a little bit of a misdirection run. This is the same play that he went for 47 against Springs. Much better job by Lake Country Lutheran. He picks up just a single yard on the play. And it's going to be 3rd and 10 they're going to give him 2 on the play, so let's call it 3rd and 9 for Winnebago Lutheran. Back up to the 48-yard line. And I think if you're WLA here, if I'm trying to put myself into the mind of Coach Lair in this offense, I'm thinking let's try to get 6 yards here obviously you want the first down, but if you can get 6 yards here, get past midfield, maybe you think about going for it if you can cut this down. 3rd and 9, Schwartz in the shotgun. Takes the snap, rolls out to the right. Going to launch it downfield, overshoots McCauley. He went up and tried to get it, and Miles McCauley couldn't bring it down. His 6'4" frame, it's worth throwing to him at 6'4", 210, but that time couldn't bring it down. Well overthrown from Schwartz. 9:15 to go in this first quarter. 7-0 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. And Schwartz, who does the punting for Winnebago Lutheran, will have to punt here on their second possession, you would think. Ball sits at the 48-yard line, and the Vikings had a little miscommunication with personnel. Got Spencer Lair back out there, and Schwartz backs up ready to punt this one into the night sky. Good snap. Schwartz gets the ball away, angling toward the far sideline, and he takes a WLA bounce down inside the 10, inside the 5 to the 4, which is where Lake Country Lutheran will start. They're going to say rolled out at the 6. So it was a good punt from Schwartz. Obviously, WLA not 3 and out is not the recipe after giving up a couple of chunk plays, including a touchdown run on the first possession, but a good punt from Schwartz means Lake Country Lutheran's going to have to go the distance here. So 1st and 10 from the 6-yard line. Ball, you could almost say the 7. It's pretty much touching the 7. And that's where Lake Country Lutheran will start. Handoff straight up the gut. This time WLA able to bottle things up there. Andrew Benz on the carry, and he picked up, call it a yard, make it 2. 2nd and 8 for the Lightning. 3 rushes for Lake Country Lutheran already in this ball game, and they've rushed it for 41 yards on those carries. They've looked good early. Something Springs did last week as well. Springs ran the ball, particularly in that first quarter, ran the ball extremely well. Will Stelmacher was excellent. And Lake Country Lutheran looking much the same. Here goes Benz. Big crease for him. He's got a first down. Does Benz. He picks up 9. He needed 8. And it's a first down for Lake Country Lutheran. All first downs brought to us by Addison Jones Real Estate. Moving the chains for another Lightning first down. Call Addison Jones, then call the Movers. And this offensive line right now for Lake Country Lutheran is doing some moving of their own. They are pushing WLA back and doing an excellent job. Here's another pretty good hole, and Benz goes diving through it, picks up 3. But still, it didn't turn out to be a big double-digit carry, but there was a pretty big hole there that they opened up and leads to a 2nd and 7. 7:44 left in this first quarter. Second drive for the Lightning on their home turf. The number 3 seed, team that is always flirting with the polls in football. Oh, here's a big carry, and it's Kiley once again. Can he take it the distance? He's got to outrun Miles McCauley. McCauley dives for him. He breaks the tackle. Gavin Kiley, 77 yards to the house. Kiley has 2 carries for more than 100 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. How's that for a first quarter? How's that for a first 5 minutes? For Gavin Kiley, plus a fumble recovery. Oh, my. Most guys would take that in a game. Some guys would take that in a season. He's got it in 5 minutes. Ham on for the extra point. This one is aborted after the bad snap was on the floor, and they're going to get 2. That's the perk of having your quarterback as the holder, and Luke Burmeister able to convert the 2-point conversion on the pass from Menzel. 15-0 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Let's take a timeout. Back after this.
Fond du Lac Credit Union knows that we all have many different goals that we want to achieve in life, like paying off debt or planning your dream wedding. We also know that sometimes unfortunate things can happen that are out of our control, like car trouble or a broken washer and dryer. For all of your personal needs, Fond du Lac Credit Union has personal loans customized just for you. Wherever you are in life, Fond du Lac Credit Union can help get you to where you want to be. For more information, simply visit fdlcu.com or stop in today.
Lake Country Lutheran has run 6 offensive plays, and they have 15 points on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. 2 touchdown runs, one of 24 yards, one of 77 yards for Gavin Kiley. And the Lightning are all over the Vikings in the first 5 or so minutes. 7:18 to go in the first quarter. Capelli Brothers in Diedrich. For over 70 years, Capelli Brothers in Diedrich has been a trusted partner in the area. Carpenters, masons, and laborers who are highly skilled, and their attention to detail is shown in every project. See their excellent work at CapelliDiedrich.com. They are a proud sponsor of high school sports. WLA on the return. Once again, it was Cooper Schwalbe. And once again, this is the trade-off. You got to believe in your defense, and if you're Lake Country Lutheran, why not? Two drives have shown that you can. You got to kick it short to keep it away from Gannon Schwartz, and it's the smart thing to do because Schwartz can take it the distance anytime he touches the football, especially when he's on the move in the kickoff game. First carry for Cole Keifenheim of the drive, and he picks up 2, leads to 2nd and 8 as we tick under 7 minutes to go in this first quarter. The Vikings' first drive, 2 plays, ended on a fumble. Second drive was a 3-and-out, and now facing a 2nd and 8. The previous 2 drives, they had negative plays, false start on the last drive, and on the first drive, a negative 2-yard rush. So at least this time they've given themselves a chance ahead of the chains. 3 receivers to the top side. That's where Schwartz is going to sprint out, look for Keifenheim, off his hands, dropped, and out of bounds. And now it's 3rd and 8 for the Vikings. Just like last drive, put themselves right back behind the chains. And I don't want to say the Vikings are teetering on the ropes here, but they could sure use a first down. That would cure a lot of things for the Vikings at this point in time. Ball sits at the 45, and Miles McCauley will be a receiver at the top side. Adrian Brenner down here near side. Man goes in motion. That's Isaac Lamont. Here is a pass. McCauley had no idea it was coming, and the most likely receiver for that pass was Pierce Marriott. And it fooled him, too. McCauley wasn't even looking at the football. Schwartz threw it behind him, and it's going to, for all likelihood, be another punt for the Vikings on 4th and 8. And another 3 and out. The first drop, or the first pass there, was certainly not Schwartz's fault. Put it right on Keifenheim. He dropped it. That one, miscommunication with his senior receiver, Miles McCauley. Good snap once again. Oh, almost got a block there, and we're going to get a running into or roughing. We'll see. Either way, WLA may go for it. If it's running it, no, they're going to get roughing. Personal foul, automatic first down. So no decision for WLA to have to make. With 6:16, WLA given another opportunity. I'll tell you what, it certainly was not that violent of a hit on Schwartz, but you do gotta protect the punter. I understand that. I thought it might be running into, and then WLA would have had a decision to make. Do they go on 4th and 3, down 15? You might have had to have seen them do that. It doesn't matter now. As the ball goes to the plus 45 on the roughing the punter. So maybe something to highlight there. As the Vikings get another chance, 1st and 10 from the Lake Country Lutheran 40. Schwartz drops back to pass. He is sacked. Fumble, ball on the turf. Kicked around a couple of times, and Lake Country Lutheran has it. Number 78, Adam Anderson. And that's better than the punt would have been for the Lightning. They get the ball in WLA territory, the second fumble of the night for the Vikings. Oh, man. Could you have dreamt up a worse start if you are a Vikings fan? Ball sits at the plus 44 for Lake Country Lutheran. And now I would say WLA is unequivocally a boxer on the ropes that is swaying around right now, and Lake Country Lutheran looks like it wants to land the knockout punch. Here is Benz on the carry. A little bit better job this time for WLA to string it out a little bit, but still a pickup of 2. So Benz has been kind of the jab guy, if we're going to continue to use the boxer analogy. He's been the first, second down, just jab, 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 and then they've brought in Gavin Kiley, and he's been the right hook. That's for sure. 5:33 to go in this first quarter. 15-0 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Man goes in motion. Flag on the play, and Benz rushes to the left side. We'll check the flag. It's an illegal shift, so 5-yard penalty. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 12 after the penalty. If you're just joining us, Gavin Kiley has both touchdown runs for Lake Country Lutheran. WLA has turned the ball over twice already. Schwartz has a fumble. Frankie Wiedmeyer has a fumble. Right now it's 2nd down and 12 with 5:22 to go in the first quarter. Lake Country Lutheran back to the line of scrimmage. This time Menzel is in the shotgun. Takes the shotgun snap, looking to the near side. He's going to air this one deep. Looking for Hans. Rainbows. Hans has it, but he's out of bounds. What a catch. What a catch from Ethan Hans. And, you got to give credit where credit is due. Gannon Schwartz did enough to just kind of ease him out of bounds. And, that was a pretty ball that time from Jackson Menzel. Rainbowed down the near side, and a terrific catch from Hans, but check that. That was Keifenheim from the safety spot for the Vikings. He did an excellent job, did Cole Keifenheim, to just ease him out of bounds and make sure it was incomplete. Menzel in shotgun formation once again on 3rd and 12. Looks to the near side, pass too low, skips off the turf and brings up a 4th and 12. So back-to-back incompletions for Menzel. Both of them, I would say, quality throws. Menzel, the 6'2", 200-pound senior quarterback. And he looks polished as a quarterback, as a thrower. Didn't see it, didn't need it on the first couple of drives. 6 straight runs to start, make it 7 straight runs to start the game. And then that illegal shift kind of put Lake Country Lutheran behind the chains, and then they started to throw the football. So looks like a punt formation here for Lake Country Lutheran on 4th and 12. And the ball into the night sky. Schwartz calls for a fair catch. Show carries it, almost muffed it at the 9-yard line. And Schwartz wants a flag. I don't think you can call a flag there when you bobble the punt. So WLA had a couple of coaches out on the field, but he muffed the punt. So I'm not sure you can have, unless my interpretation of the rules is incorrect, which has been known to happen from time to time. So WLA's third drive will start from the 9-yard line where Schwartz caught it. And I don't know if he lost it in the lights or what. Normally Schwartz is so sure-handed. You don't see him go up overhand like that to try to catch the punt. Usually he's pretty sure-handed. And we get we got a taunt. Is it a unsportsmanlike something? Schwartz must have said something to the official. Yeah, they just said number 5. So I guess the good news for WLA is that half the distance takes it down to the 4.5-yard line. Schwartz must have said something about wanting roughing there, or hitting the return man. He must have said something. That was a quick flag. Whatever he said, that was a quick trigger from the referee. Here is that reverse play. The counter to Adrian Brenner, and Brenner picks up a yard. Brenner, that run for them, it's a little misdirection where Schwartz hands it off to Keifenheim, and then Keifenheim gives it off to Brenner. And early on in this season, it's been going for chunk plays, 10, 15 yards. Tonight it has been snuffed out the 2 times they've run it. Here's Keifenheim as the Vikings stay conservative in the shadow of their own goalposts. And Keifenheim picks up another yard, brings up 3rd and 8. Or excuse me, not 3rd and 8, 3rd and 12. Make it 3rd and 13. 4:03 to go here in this first quarter, and the Vikings, once again, 3rd and long. The only real positive play for WLA has been a roughing the punter on Lake Country Lutheran. Outside of that, WLA's got, if I do some quick math, somewhere in the neighborhood of 2 positive offensive yards. Here's Keifenheim. He hits his own offensive lineman, driven backwards, make it no gain on the play. It's 4th and 13. Clock ticks under 3.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. And Lake Country Lutheran's defense, once again, they have been all over this WLA rushing attack. And obviously an opportunity here for Lake Country Lutheran to get some good field position. You love them to keep coming after. If you're a Lake Country Lutheran fan, you'd love them to keep coming after the punt. Just got to make sure you let up a little bit when you get close to Schwartz. Here's a punt that rolls back to Hans. Hans near side gets a crease up the sideline, and he's near the red zone out at the 25-yard line. And as we mentioned, Lake Country Lutheran was going to get good field position, and that they did. The 25-yard line, I believe, is where they're going to mark it. And that's where Lake Country Lutheran will take over after the offense went 4 and out on the, well, 3 and out if you don't count the illegal shift on the last drive. 2:49 to go, first quarter. And Lake Country Lutheran trying to build on a 15-0 lead. Here's Benz to the left side, and he bounces off a couple of would-be Viking tacklers, picks up 7 or 8 on that carry. And second and short for Lake Country Lutheran. We'll call it 8 for Benz, and that's his second best run of the night. Found some space. So second and short for the Lightning. And once again, we see Menzel in the shotgun for LCL. Takes the shotgun snap. The keep for Menzel, straight up the gut. Bounces off a tackler, near side, has some blockers. Good blocking out on the edge, and a touchdown for Lake Country Lutheran. A flag comes flying in. It was Gavin Baranek that was blocking out there. I thought that was an excellent block. They're going to get a hold. Wow, I thought that was an excellent block from Baranek out on the edge. He just pancaked the WLA guy, and then the flag came flying in. So from the 4-yard line, a 10-yard penalty will still be a first down pickup, but it's not a touchdown. So on the rush, you end up giving Menzel 3 yards on the carry. And a timeout for WLA. Let's take it with WLA. They use a timeout. When we come back, we'll continue on here on Radio Plus Video Sports.
In 1925, Winnebago Lutheran Academy opened their doors to the first class of Vikings. For the last 99 years, WLA has offered a welcoming and safe environment for our students to learn and grow. We are continually blessed with a dedicated faculty and staff who inspire our students in their academic pursuits and, most importantly, in their spiritual lives. As we begin our 100th year of education, we look back on all the blessings we have received from God and acknowledge the grace upon grace He has provided. Thank you, Fond du Lac and surrounding communities, for 100 years of continuous support.
The Taco Bell Cantina Chicken Menu. Let's get into it. When we hit on the flavor for this slow-roasted chicken, we were like, that's it, let's go. The burrito. See that purple cabbage? And here comes the pico. The quesadilla is like chicken, cheese, cheese, cheese. And the crispy taco, it's all about the avocado verde salsa. We love this menu so much, we made it permanent. The new Cantina Chicken Menu, not just for late night and not for a limited time. Only at Taco Bell.
Back here at Lake Country Lutheran High School, 2:01 to go, first quarter. Man goes in motion. It's 1st and 10. The give straight up the gut here. Nice tackle play made on the near side. That for the Vikings is Alex Eckert making the tackle. Pickup of nothing on the play. No gain. And that's one of the first time that's happened for Lake Country Lutheran. 1:35 and counting down in this first quarter. Just to re-rack after that, before that timeout, it was Jackson Menzel. He got enough for the first down with where the hold happened. Menzel looks to the far side here, and I think Ethan Hans would have scored, but he was tripped up by his own man out there. Good blocking, but just got tripped up a little bit, and Hans picked up about 7 yards there. Let's call it 3rd and 3. So the first completion of the night for Menzel goes for 7 yards to Ethan Hans. And brings up 3rd and short. You got to believe Lake Country Lutheran's got 2 plays to do this one. And only have to run 1 more play in the quarter if they do so choose. Here's the give. Benz only needs 1. Touchdown, Lightning. Another flag comes in. Hold the phone. We've seen enough of these in the first quarter. And The referee's going to call the opposite line judge in, and maybe a formation thing that they want to check here. Let's check before we confirm Lake Country Lutheran's third touchdown. They're going to say illegal formation, and with 38.5 seconds left in this first quarter, take another touchdown off the board for Lake Country Lutheran. 2 of them. So the 5-yard penalty makes it a 3rd and 8. And Lake Country Lutheran has hit pay dirt 4 times tonight. 2 of them have been called back, both of them on this drive. So 38.5 seconds left. I think Lake Country Lutheran's just waiting to see if the ref's going to start the clock here. They were kind of staring at the ref, and now they're going to change the substitution, bring a couple of more guys in. They're not going to run the clock. So the referee in the end zone has his hand up, and which means we're in the last 5 seconds of the play clock. Here is Menzel, looks to the near side. Rainbow pass just out of the reach of Connor Lubbers. And it brings up 4th and 8. So we'll see what Lake Country Lutheran decides to do on 4th down here. They got Hom out there, so I would anticipate they're going to attempt a field goal with him. 30-yard field goal coming up. Hom on the year is 0 for 2 on field goals, 21 of 26 on extra points. So looking for his first make. What better time than playoffs? How about that? Good snap, good hold. Hom's got it. No, it's to the near side. No good. That looked beautiful, but that's why you can't call it from here. Good kick. Definitely had the leg. He had the distance from about 38, but missed it wide to the right. So WLA somehow, after all of that, does not give up a point. Despite Lake Country Lutheran scoring twice, two times flags erased those, and WLA gets the ball at the 20-yard line. And just looking for something positive. 2 3-and-outs and 2 drives that have ended in fumbles for the Vikings. McCauley to the top side, and Schwartz in the shotgun for WLA. Keifenheim flanks him. Man in motion is Isaac Lamont. Here is Schwartz. Schwartz keeps bottled up, makes a couple of guys miss, dives forward, and is going to lose a yard on the play. And another negative play to start a drive for the Vikings. And we'll see what Coach Kevin Laird decides to do. He's going to run a play on with Caleb Wild here, but there's just 10 seconds left in the quarter. I'm not sure I wouldn't just leave this one be. And that's what the Vikings are going to do. End of the first quarter, 15-0 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. A pair of Gavin Kiley touchdowns, the difference in this first quarter between the Vikings and the Lightning. Let's take a timeout. And as we do, we'll hear from the Lenz Truck Center player of the week. And you guessed it, Gannon Schwartz from the Vikings.
Each week, Lenz Truck Center and Radio Plus Video Sports salute a great student athlete. Congratulations to Gannon Schwartz from Winnebago Lutheran Academy. He's our student athlete of the week from Lenz Truck and Radio Plus Video Sports.
Wing right, Brenner. Mullenbach flanks Schwartz. They fake to him, back to pass. Schwartz lines up, deep through. All alone is Wild, diving. Did he hold on? He did. Touchdown, Vikings. Mullenbach flanks Schwartz to his left. Schwartz back to pass, throwing McCulley one-on-one, leaping. Did he come down? He did. Touchdown, Vikings, back of the end zone.
And I was waiting for that play to happen last week. It never quite happened. Miles McCulley, 6'4", going against a 5'9", Joey Kuhn, a sophomore. That's a mismatch on paper. Joey Kuhn's been stopping him up to that play.
Again, congratulations, Gannon Schwartz, our student athlete of the week from Winnebago Lutheran Academy.
If you want a truck or an SUV, go to Lenz till you like what you see. Hundreds of trucks all on one lot. If you want a truck, it's what we've got. Lenz Truck.
We got the trucks.
Back here at Lake Country Lutheran, Jordan King with you. High school sports today on RadioPlusInfo.com, presented by these four Fond du Lac area Edward Jones financial advisors. Matt Moses, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellisted. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Play got run there as they came out of the quarter break just a little bit early, as they many times do. It was an incomplete pass and leads to 3rd and 11. Ball sits at the 19-yard line. And Schwartz in the shotgun with Keifenheim standing next to him. McCauley is near side. That's the receiver you got to keep your eye on. They're going to go to the far side. That's Caleb Wild underthrown, and it's picked. Well, I said WLA's got to win the turnover battle. They're currently -3. Wild looked like he might have had a step on the far side. The pass was underthrown by a couple of yards. And Lake Country Lutheran picks it off. They'll have the ball in plus territory yet again. And that time not a 3-and-out, but kind of a 3-and-out. Interception on the third play from scrimmage for the Vikings. And this has been a disastrous first half thus far. So the 44-yard line where Lake Country Lutheran will continue. And man comes in motion. That's Hans. Menzel with the pitch to the near side with Benz. Benz tries to get to the edge, able to get to the edge, and pushed out by Miles McCulley. Benz able to get to the 35-yard line. He's going to be just short, picked up 9 on the carry. It's going to be 2nd down and 1. Down to the 35-yard line. Just getting going here in the second quarter. If you're just joining us, a 77-yard touchdown run for Gavin Kiley and a 24-yard touchdown run for Gavin Kiley. It was 15-0 after 6 Lake Country Lutheran plays tonight. Here is Benz. Big hole on the left side, and he's down inside the 30 to the 25-yard line. 10 more for for Benz, as he just starts to lean on the Vikings a little bit. And this rushing attack is as billed. And like we said in the pregame show, this is a team that can throw too. They just haven't had to so far tonight. Easy rushing right now on the ground. Benz and Kiley both in the backfield. Menzel under center, 1st and 10 from the 25. Here goes Kiley. Every time he's touched it, he's ended up in the end zone. That time not so, but still picks up about 7 yards for Gavin Kiley. 2nd and 3 for the Lightning. I shouldn't say that. Kiley, as we mentioned, was one of the players that recovered a fumble in the first quarter, so not every time he's touched the football, but he's been electric tonight. Menzel gives it to Benz. Whistle, flag, false start. So we have seen some of that. I mean, Lake Country Lutheran, I believe that is the 4th or 5th accepted penalty on the Lightning. We mentioned it at the end of the first quarter. 2 of them took touchdowns off the board. And so this one's going to make it a 2nd and 8 after the 5-yard penalty. So that's about the only thing that has not gone well for Lake Country Lutheran is the penalties this evening. 10:40 to go, second quarter. Menzel with Benz in the backfield. And shotgun formation with trips to the top. Menzel's going to keep to this near side. Cuts back up the field. Beautiful run from Menzel. He's spun down by Spencer Lair. Make it Keifenheim making the tackle. And a pickup of 13 yards. And down to the 10-yard line, it's a 1st down. All first downs brought to us this evening by Addison Jones Real Estate. They move the chains for another Lightning 1st down. Call Addison Jones, then call the movers. So we told you Menzel not always, he's not someone who's going to run the ball, 20 times a game. But when he does, he is effective. Menzel going to throw to the near side. Has a man. It's caught! Corner of the end zone! Touchdown, Ethan Hans! able to wrestle it away from Miles McCulley, and it is 21-0 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. A 10-yard touchdown pass from Menzel to Hans. And this one is starting to get opened up a little bit here. It's not ugly yet, but WLA's got to find something offensively because Lake Country Lutheran isn't slowing down. Hams, he pounded that one through, and that one is good. Let's hear from one of our sponsors as Lake Country Lutheran goes up 22-0 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Back after this.
Every customer can be a Signature Home customer. I think that's what Signature Homes does really well, is that we can touch not only the customer who's building for the first time, but also the customers that know what they want and want to pull pieces of other property that they've lived in and loved. And you can really trust that we know what we're doing and that we have 30 years of experience in the market doing it with quality craftsmanship and a lot of style and design. And at the end, we get a chance to walk them through and see their smiling faces, and we know that we've achieved our goal.
Back here at Lake Country Lutheran, Jordan King with you here on Radio Plus Video Sports. Capelli Brothers and Diedrich, for over 70 years, Capelli Brothers and Diedrich has been a trusted partner in the area. Carpenters, masons, laborers who are highly skilled, and their attention to detail is shown in every project. See their excellent work at capellidiedrich.com. They are a proud sponsor of high school sports. 22-0 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. 10:01 to go in the first half. WLA's drives have gone like this. Fumble, 3 and out. Fumble, 3 and out. Interception. They have yet to have an offensive possession in which they run 5 or more plays. Here is Cooper Schwalbe on the kickoff return. Once again, they're going to have excellent field position as Lake Country Lutheran keeps it away from Gannon Schwartz. But that's, as we've mentioned a couple of times now, I'll stop beating the dead horse now, but that's the right strategy if you're going to play against WLA. If they're going to have Schwartz back there, you kick that short and keep it away from him. So 43-yard line is where WLA will start this drive. They've started drives at the 37, 47, 43, and 43. They had a couple of drives in that first quarter that started inside, their own red zone, but the majority of their drives have started out near midfield. They just have gotten nothing going. You don't want to make too much over one play, but 2 plays into this thing, the big hit on Frankie Wiedmeyer, he puts the ball on the turf, and it's just been downhill for WLA ever since. Here's Gannon Schwartz. Nice juke move by Schwartz. Check that. Is that Kiffen? They went Kiffenheim there in the – and I think they're going to get a face mask, at the end of it. So Kiffenheim running out of the – Schwartz running out of the Wildcat. Kiffenheim running out of the Wildcat. Picks up 9, and then they're going to add 15. Oh, just a 5-yard face mask after it. Okay, so I thought I saw him. Thought I saw the referee do the personal foul. They did not, so just 5 yards. So a pickup of 14 there into Lake Country Lutheran territory at the positive 43 now. Here goes Kiffenheim once again. Kiffenheim breaks a tackle on the near side, and he's got another first down. No, just going to be just short, I think, based on the far side spot. And the far side official was well behind the play, so they're going to say first down now. Another first down for WLA, 2 straight plays brought to us by Addison Jones. Call them, then call the movers. That time, a 10-yard pickup for Cole Kiffenheim. They're going to keep rolling with Kiffenheim. Kiffenheim near side, running behind some blockers, and this time driven backwards. A nice play by Lake Country Lutheran to hammer Kiffenheim on the near side. And it's second down and 10. They're going to say no gain on the play. The yard marker on the far side has third down. That's incorrect. It's second down. And they got that figured out now. Not that that matters. 8:55 to go in this first half. WLA with their first semblance of some momentum. And here is Adrian Brenner. Brenner cuts up the field. And inside the 30-yard line, falls forward to the 28. A pickup of 4 for Brenner brings up a 3rd and 6. So we don't see Schwartz out there right now. Not sure if that's a give Schwartz a break deal. See him over there. He's still got his helmet on. He looks like he's ready if he would be called upon to come back into the game, but that's... I didn't see him go off limping or anything like that. Here is Keifenheim. Keifenheim! And he's scythed down by Gavin Kiley. We've said Kiley's name about a dozen times in this first half, and once again, Kiley, who's got the 2 touchdown runs, he's got a big play defensively once again. A one-on-one with Cole Keifenheim, and he just able to use his arm and scythe him down. 7:44 to go in this first half. And here comes Gannon Schwartz on a big 4th and 7 as Keifenheim lost a yard on the play, and now I think WLA is going to use a timeout. Yes, they will. Second timeout for WLA, 22-0 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. We're back with more after this. Stay with us.
Anders Auto Parts, your locally owned bumper-to-bumper auto parts store serving the Fond du Lac area since 1956. Experienced and knowledgeable staff ready to serve you. Anders Auto Parts features PPG and Shopline Auto Paint, along with PPG Versalon Commercial Paint. Quality name brand auto parts. Anders Auto Parts, your bumper-to-bumper auto parts store at 16 West Sibley Street, just off North Main Street, behind American Family Insurance.
We need play at all ages and stages of life to keep us and our communities healthy and happy and full of energy and excitement. At Burke, development, research, design, innovation, wellness, and connection guide us each and every day and help us bring the highest level of play to the communities we serve. Play gives us the power to connect. It tells us anything is possible and that we are always capable. The time is now to play.
Back here at Lake Country Lutheran, 4th and 7. Gannon Schwartz, shotgun, uses this little reverse action, the little counter play. Schwartz is going to get enough for the first down as he falls forward to the 20. He needed 7, he got 9. Excellent job by Schwartz that time. That's the play, that little step to the one way and go back the other way on the counter. That's the play that he ran for 47 yards against Springs last week in the game-winning touchdown. We got Heck watching from Kansas. Appreciate him putting a comment in there. Appreciate that. He used to be part of the Winnebago Lutheran coaching staff. I know that. Did an excellent job with the track and field program as well. Here's Gannon Schwartz, able to catch the tough shotgun snap, and he falls forward for a pickup of 4 down to the 16-yard line. Couple of flyway scores that I've been texted some updates from. Lamira up 20-7 over Manitowoc Lutheran, and Mayville up 14-7 over Berlin. Yeah, I was talking to some people, and I feel like I got a pretty good pulse on the Flyway Conference, and there was a lot of people that were nervous for that Mayville-Berlin matchup. Berlin is a quality team. That is not a 3 seed by any means. And by the way, I'm not someone who rags on the seating system. I love the electronic seating. There's too much politics involved in those coaches' meetings. Here's a 2nd and 6, and make it a 2nd and 11. And again, WLA has not had that many penalties tonight. That's just number 2 on the Vikings. But this is not an offense that can handle just losing 5 free yards. That's out to the 21-yard line, and 2nd and 11. The clock ticks under 6:15 in this second quarter. The WLA Vikings hoping to cut into Lake Country Lutheran's 22-0 lead. LCL will get the ball to start the second half. Big possession for the Vikings. 2nd and 11. Schwartz fake to Keifenheim, going far side, up to McCauley, and McCauley can't bring it down. And McCauley wanted a flag. Couple of gestures towards the official where he was kind of doing the flag motion. But he was double covered and covered well by Lake Country Lutheran. 3rd and 11 with 5:58 to go in the first half. Well, this is by far the most sustained drive for the Vikings. After that play, upcoming, we're going to have play number 9. Previous to this, their longest possession was 4 plays, 5 if you count the roughing the punter, if you count the actual punt play. Here is Keifenheim. Keifenheim hounded in the backfield. Got to make a couple guys miss. He won't be able to. It's going to be 4th and very long for the Vikings. Keifenheim lost, 4 yards on the play. Excellent pursuit by the Lake Country Lutheran defense. And the ball sits at the 26. So it's a 5-yard loss on the... I've been going on the far side official, and the near side guy has been... They've gone with his spot a little bit more, so that's an adjustment I got to make. Halftime adjustment. There you go. Go with the near side official on the spot. So WLA's pretty much got to go for this. Schwartz has got a good leg, but he's not making it from 45 yards away. So 4th and 16, you can't punt, down by 22. McCauley's the quarterback. McCauley drops deep. He's going to throw it to Schwartz. Jump ball, and it's picked at the goal line. And this might be down at the 1-yard line. This might work as a really good punt for the Vikings. Not that they're in... Yeah, it's going to be down at the 1-yard line, I believe. Not that the Vikings want a punt at this point in time, but Connor Lubbers with the pick. And if nothing else, it's going to make this box score look that much more ridiculous as Lake Country Lutheran has their 4th first-half turnover. We told you coming into this game, Lake Country Lutheran was +9 in the turnover differential. They're +4 in this first half. But the ball is at about the half-yard line for Lake Country Lutheran here to start this next drive with 4:56 to go in the half. The turn, the give, and a good run here by Benz. Almost broke a tackle and then almost had it stripped away. Good hands by Benz to avoid the strip from Cole Keifenheim. And Benz did a nice job to get some breathing room out to the 8. Pickup of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 for the Lightning. And now the coaching staff from Lake Country Lutheran can maybe breathe a little bit easier out at the 8-yard line. I mean, you're already breathing pretty easily up 22-0. Don't get me wrong, but little nervous back under the shadow of your goalposts. Here is the turn, the give. Benz once again. Benz runs a man over. Tough run from Andrew Benz, and he's out past the 20-yard line. Where are they going to spot this one? At the 23, 15 yards, make it 16 on the pickup for Andrew Benz. And I didn't see who that was that he ran over, but he just absolutely road graded a Viking out on the near side. So the ball sits at the 24-yard line, 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in this first half, 22-0. Lake Country Lutheran has had pretty much everything go well, despite for a couple of penalties in this first half. Here's the turn, the give. Benz once again. They're just going to continue to lean on him, and he falls forward past Miles McCauley, out past the 30-yard line to the 31, pickup of another 7 yards. So the first 3 plays of this drive for Lake Country Lutheran, Benz with runs of 7, 16, and then 7 again. And at halftime, we'll add up unofficial statistics, but Benz is having himself a nice first half. Just looking over my notes here, I bet you he's starting to flirt with 70 yards, somewhere in that neighborhood. Kylie's over 100. Here's a nice play-action fake from Mensley. He's got a man, and he hits Daniel Cleary, and Cleary breaks a couple tackles on the far side. He's out past midfield. Cleary, a big-bodied receiver, gets the ball into Viking territory. Oh, they're going to say he stepped out early? They're going to say he stepped out at the 48. I thought, obviously I can't see. I didn't see the official stop there. It's just a pickup. I say just, but pickup of 16 for Cleary. But I thought the official had kept running with him, but it stopped short of the 50-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 48, nearing midfield. They're going to look to the near side. This is Baranek. Baranek angles toward the sideline. Smart play. Stop the clock there. And he's into WLA territory at the 46-yard line. So a pickup of 6, that time from Menzel to Baranek. And it brings up a 2nd and 4. And there was a Viking that was a little slow to get up on the near side, but up now and back out onto the field. And is WLA going to use their final timeout here? They have a stoppage. Yep, WLA final timeout for the Vikings with 2:36 to go in this first half. Let's take it with them back on Radio Plus. A big lead for Lake Country Lutheran.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
People have a reluctance to go see the dentist. It's an easy thing to put off or avoid altogether. But one visit to the caring professionals at Fondy Family Dental will change the way you think about the dentist. They provide quality family dental services to all ages in a happy, honest, and efficient manner that teaches and involves you on your custom plan. If you don't have insurance, ask about their new membership plan that can save you money. Call or schedule online today at fondyfamilydental.com.
We are back with a 2nd and 4, 2:36 to go in the first half. Lake Country Lutheran in control of this one. Man goes in motion. Menzel under center. Good fake. Goes to the near side on the give to Benz. And Andrew Benz has another first down. Needed 4, got 5. Addison Jones, our first down sponsor. Move the chains for another Lightning first down. We've said that enough in this first half. Call Addison Jones, then call the movers. Coming up next, the 7th play of the drive for Lake Country Lutheran. And they're in no particular hurry. They have 2:20 left in the half, and they have all 3 timeouts. Throw to the near side. That is Aaron Bronner. And Bronner's going to have a first down, it looks like, on the near side spot. Picked up about 10.5 on the completion. That's now 3 for 3 on this drive for Jackson Menzel. And yet another first down. Call Addison Jones, then call the movers. And out of bounds. Oh, they're going to wind the clock here. So they're going to say he was tackled in bounds. And under center for Menzel. Offset I formation. The give to Benz. Benz has a big hole. Runs through an arm tackle. He's angling towards the near sideline where he's pushed out of bounds. And the gain that time for Benz was 16 yards. And just on this drive, Benz has gone over 50 yards here, trying to do some quick math in my head. Maybe just short of 50 yards on this drive alone, which, if you remember, a couple of minutes ago, started at Lake Country Lutheran's own half-yard line. Now they're in the red zone at the Viking 15. Under center for Menzel. Menzel takes the snap. Play action fake. Once again. Oh, this one's hauled in. Nice catch by Burmeister. And he's driven backwards, but a pickup of 7. So Menzel stays perfect. Menzel stays perfect on the drive. He's 4 for 4. It's going to be a 2nd and, well, they'll say 2nd and 4. So they only gave him 6 yards for Burmeister. And the ball sits at the 9-yard line of WLA, ticking under 1:20 to play in this first half. 2 tight ends to either side, 2 receivers to either side. The man in the backfield is Benz. Play action fake, blitz, thrown, wide open. In the corner of the end zone is Connor Lubbers. And how about that drive for Jackson Menzel, he goes 5 for 5 and a touchdown pass to Lubbers at the end of it. The machine just keeps churning it out for Lake Country Lutheran. And by the way, they're going to get the ball to start the second half. What a statement this first half has been for Lake Country Lutheran. And the PAT is no good. Far missing wide right. That time was Hom. So 28-0 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard, and there's a Viking down. So we're going to take a timeout as they tend to the injured Viking. Back after this.
FBS Bank is here to help you achieve your dream of home ownership. For a limited time, we're offering home loans with just $595 closing costs plus title. Whether you're buying a new home or wanting to refinance, our experienced team is here to assist you. Visit our website at fbsbank.com or give us a call at 1-800-242-7880. Our friendly and experienced team will help guide you through the journey with FBS Bank. FBS Bank, banking made personal.
One of my favorite things about working at Hoppers is meeting all the new people, seeing all the new faces come in. We come out with a new product or a new way to do something and they come in. I find a lot of joy in just seeing them smile.
I think that all of our customers come in with a vision and they have an idea in their head of like what they want their apparel to look like. Our goal is to exceed the customer's expectations by providing them with high quality apparel and help bring their ideas to life.
Back here at Lake Country Lutheran, and just doing a little math there during the break. We'll get you full statistics at halftime, but by my count, unofficial, official statistics here, Andrew Benz rolled over the 100-yard mark in that on that drive. He's got 108 yards. He's scored a touchdown in this first half as well. Check that. He does not have a touchdown. It was Kylie, with the 2 touchdowns. Up man here is Cooper Schwalbe, and Schwalbe is nice run back by Cooper Schwalbe, the sophomore for the Vikings. Gets the ball to the plus 47-yard line for Winnebago Lutheran. Last drive, WLA got the ball down inside the red zone and then threw an interception late in that drive. And they have got the clock running right now, I believe. And they're trying to get that stopped. So they'll have to reset that as well. So Ben's over 100 yards. We already knew Kylie was over 100 yards because he was after 2 carries. We'll get you Kylie's full numbers, complete numbers at halftime. Also want to get you some updated statistics on Jackson Menzel as well, the quarterback who has been tremendous. 104 is what they're shouting up to the booth, I believe. 104. Got it. There you go, confirmation of that. So WLA will have 64 seconds with which to work here, and if WLA has any designs of making an improbable comeback in this one, it has to get points here before halftime. Got to get a touchdown. Here's the shotgun snap, and Evan Cole into the game for the Vikings. He's a sophomore as well. Have not seen him much this year at all. He finds Cole Keifenheim on the far side of the field. We'll check the spot. He's out of bounds, but I believe it's going to be a first down. Yeah, 10-yard pickup there from Evan Cole to Cole Keifenheim. 10-yard pickup. So, yeah, Cole, 5'10", 195-pound sophomore is Evan Cole. Played a lot of JV last year. And his, gotten a couple of opportunities this year, but not really in any meaningful minutes. He's going to uncork one here to Miles McCauley. Jump ball, McCauley's got it at the 15-yard line. So this is an important one. They're going to stop it to reset the chains. The Vikings got to get a play call in here and get going here. It's going to be a pickup of 21 yards from Cole to McCauley. Excellent ball from Cole. Maybe a touch underthrown, but I'm not. You can't complain about that if you're a Vikings fan. McCauley went up and got it. Ball sits at the 15-yard line. Shotgun snap and a spike for the Vikings. And now are they sending McCauley off the field for some reason? The referees stopped the game and then pointed at McCauley for some reason. Interesting. Now they've moved the ball back to the 16-yard line as well, so I guess it's just a 20-yard pickup for the Vikings. So Evan Cole will continue. Hey, 2 for 2 for 30 yards to start this thing, and they've got the clock running once again as the Vikings, they did not count the Vikings' 1st and 10 spike. Now they'll spike it here. So whatever the issue was with McCauley, I would imagine probably something to do with equipment. That's usually why that happens. And now I was going to say, they just moved the ball back about another half yard. You don't lose yards for a spike. That's incomplete pass is what that's called. And the Vikings will have 2nd and 10 from the 15, make it 16-yard line. 31 seconds and some change. And obviously the Vikings, if they find they got something in Evan Cole and they can move Gannon Schwartz back to receiver next year, that would be a big deal for Winnebago Lutheran. And, oh, man, another false start for the Vikings. That's the 3rd of the first half for them. Ball goes out to the 21, and it is 2nd and 15, excuse me. Cannot make mistakes against a team like Lake Country Lutheran, and the Vikings 4 first-half turnovers, handful of penalties. They've made their fair share of them. Got to play a clean game against quality opponents. Geifenheim back by Evan Cole. Cole surveys the defense, sends Caleb Wild in motion from right to left. Shotgun snap to Cole. Cole looking to Wild. He's going to throw up a deep one to the corner of the end zone, and a miscommunication with Wild. It looked like Wild was running a kind of a post route, and Cole threw to the corner of the end zone. So 26 seconds or so left in this first half. 3rd and 15. I don't think a field goal does anything for you here. Even if you pick up 12 yards and are able to get out of bounds, I just don't think a field goal attempt does anything. Schwartz was hitting him going the other direction from about, 30 yards away. No idea what that would mean heading in this direction. There's a slight breeze. Here's Cole. Cole got hammered. Good ball, though. And it's incomplete looking again for Caleb Wild. Cole got absolutely tattooed in the backfield by Lake Country Lutheran's blitzing linebacker. Someone came through the offensive line there. So back-to-back opportunities for Caleb Wild, and Cole couldn't find him. 18.5 seconds left, 4th and 15. Probably the final play of substance in this first half, unless WIAA able to get a first down. High snap, Cole corrals it, moves to the far side, throws it up. Caleb Wild has it tipped out of his hands. Check that was McCauley that time, I believe. They switched sides. McCauley was on the far side. Yeah, that was Miles McCauley, and it went off of his hands and incomplete. So after two completions to start the drive. 3 straight incompletions after the first down. Spike turns it over on downs to Lake Country Lutheran with 11 seconds left. And we'll see what Lake Country Lutheran decides to do. They're just going to kneel it down, and they're going to take a 28-0 lead to the halftime locker room. Don't go anywhere. Coming up, we're going to have our Holiday Automotive halftime show, give you some highlights of that first half, and my goodness, the Lightning had a lot of them. So we'll give you that during halftime, give you some stats from the first half, and more for our Holiday Automotive halftime show. That's next. Stay with us on Radio Plus.
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate, they work closely with their clients, providing exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Call attorney William Everson at 920-922-7113 or go to everson-law.com.
Connect with the road. Love what you drive and where you get it. Shop the SUV season sales event at Holiday and get our low simplified price, more for your trade, and score enticing offers like 0% financing plus generous bonus cash up to $3,250 on the spacious, nimble Mazda CX-70 while you enjoy our exceptional guest care.
Put your trust in the award-winning team at Holiday.
Find yours and drive it home today from Holiday Mazda, Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
A personal experience with a custom feel. Each home Smith Builders builds is unique. Their design and selections perfectly crafted for you. To learn more, visit smithbuildersinc.com or stop by 227 Morris Court. Smith Builders of Fond du Lac. Traditional values, exceptional services. A proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Today's game is brought to you by Edward Jones and these area Edward Jones financial advisors. Robert Bruce, located at 976 East Johnson Street. Patrick Ellistad, located at 560 Fond du Lac Avenue. Matt Moses. And Jeff Wills, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. Good luck to all athletes in today's game. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
The Roush Insurance Agency, and proud to sponsor our local athletes doing what they love. Do you have people in your life that you love? Your loved ones count on you. Hi, this is Tony Walters, agent with the Roush Insurance Agency. Let us at the Roush Insurance Agency give you a free, no-obligation life insurance quote so you're safe and secure for when the unexpected happens. To find out more about your free, no-obligation quote, give us a call today. The Roush Insurance Agency, properly insuring you for your future. Good luck, area athletes, on your quest to a state title.
Cleaning your gutters is a pain, but ignoring them could ruin the value of your home. Gutter Helmet is the solution. Choose the perfect color to blend with your home, and our certified technicians will install Gutter Helmet in less than a day. Call Gutter Helmet today to never clean your gutters again.
Kendra is another great success story from Into the Woods Wellness of Fond du Lac. Talk about how you felt prior to the services being done and then after.
I felt very hopeless almost. What I actually needed was to step back and look at what am I putting into my body and what am I surrounding myself with. Was struggling before, but now I feel a lot more in control.
Again, Kendra is a great example of a huge success story from Into the Woods Wellness of Fond du Lac.
Back here at Lake Country Lutheran High School. Shot of the Vikings there in the north end zone. It's a beautiful campus over here, Lake Country Lutheran High School. Got the beautiful turf field. I was out down here for some volleyball earlier this year. They got some gorgeous inside facilities as well here at Lake Country Lutheran. I'm Jordan King. This is your Holiday Automotive halftime show. Your halftime highlights brought to you by Holiday. Holiday, it's worth the trip. And, for the Vikings in that first half, Cole Keifenheim, he had 30 total yards for the Vikings, 20 on the ground, 10 receiving yards for WIAA. By my count, that led things for the Vikings. Evan Cole, though, came on. He's got 30 yards as well. That passing, he hit Keifenheim for a 10-yard pickup and then a 20-yard jump ball that he threw up to Miles McCulley, and then the drive stalled for the Vikings. But just a comedy of errors for WIAA in that first half. It started on the second play of the game when Frankie Wiedmeyer came around, made a nice cut up the field, looked like he was going to pick up 6-7 yards, and he just got absolutely tattooed in the hole by Lake Country Lutheran, one of Lake Country Lutheran's linebackers. And then Gavin Kiley fell on the football. Lake Country Lutheran turned it over there just 2 plays into the game. And then 2 plays into Lake Country Lutheran's drive, after a 15-yard run from Andrew Benz, it was a 25-yard touchdown scamper for Kiley himself. That made it 7-0. WIAA went 3 and out, and then it was a 4-play drive that went 93 yards in total for Lake Country Lutheran. The big play was a 77-yard touchdown run for Gavin Kiley. He had over 100 yards on just those 2 carries. He finished the first half with 3 carries for 108 yards and those 2 touchdowns. Botched snap on that extra point, ends up going for a 2-point conversion. Everything that could go well pretty much did go well for Lake Country Lutheran, with the exception of a couple of penalties in that first half. They led 15-0. WIAA on the next possession, it was a Gannon Schwartz fumble. You just thought, I was ready to kind of circle that roughing the punter penalty. WIAA down 15-0. Half the punt, the roughing the punter penalty takes it from their own 45 to the Lake Country Lutheran 40. You're thinking, okay, WIAA's got to be able to use this, get themselves back into the game. The very next play on that 1st and 10, after the roughing the punter, Schwartz was sacked. He got stripped. Lake Country Lutheran once again jumped on it. Then Lake Country Lutheran drove straight down the field and scored twice. Both of them came off of the board because of some penalties, and they ended up settling for a field goal, which they then missed. WIAA got the ball back, another 3 and out, and then a couple of more interceptions for WIAA offensively. For Lake Country Lutheran, after a couple of drives in which they didn't score, they scored on their final 2 drives of the half. The first one, a 5-play, 44-yard touchdown drive, capped off by a Jackson Menzel pass to Ethan Hans for a 10-yard touchdown. That made it 22-0. Then right before halftime, a 99.5-yard drive for Lake Country Lutheran, and they did it pretty efficiently. There was about 4 minutes left on the clock, and they didn't need all the clock to get it done. They did so in, let's count it up, 10 plays, 99.5 yards, and it was capped off by Jackson Menzel tossing it to Connor Lubbers for a 9-yard touchdown. On that drive, Menzel was 5 for 5. In the first half, Menzel went 7 for 10, 64 yards, 2 touchdown passes. He also rushed for 16 yards. We told you Kiley was 108 for 2 touchdowns. And then Andrew Benz in that first half had 13 carries for 108 yards. So both Kiley and Benz, 108 yards apiece. Menzel, all told, had 80 yards of total offense in that first half. So just between those 3, you're talking close to 300 yards of offense in one half of football. That's why Lake Country Lutheran leads at 28-0 on the Quest Interior scoreboard, and they are in firm control of that one. So that's your Holiday Automotive highlights, and unfortunately, if you're in the Radio Plus viewing area and you're a Vikings fan, there's not many highlights to speak of in that first half. It was pretty much dominated by Lake Country Lutheran. Reminder, the winner of this game will play the winner of Stratford and Amherst. I'm going to see if I can sleuth through and find some updates from that and maybe something I can follow during the second half as well. Just try to keep an eye open to where, at this point, Lake Country Lutheran might be headed next week. And if, obviously Lake Country Lutheran would be cheering for an Amherst upset and try to have this playoff run stay here on the home turf. That would obviously be ideal for them. All right, let's step aside. When we come back, we'll have our Taco Bell trivia, so stay with us, a chance to win some free Taco Bell here on Radio Plus Video Sports. Stay with us.
Scotty's Auto Works for affordable auto care, from tires and alignments to routine auto maintenance. Trust the guys at Scotty's Auto Works, next to Pump and Pantry, Fond du Lac.
Busch Light presents Gobble Fest 25. 3 bands, 1 night. Wednesday, November 27th. That 90s band opens for Boogie and the Yo-Yos, and we cap the night with this area's very own, the Astronomers. Save $5 when you buy Gobble Fest tickets in advance. Gobble Fest, the night before Thanksgiving, inside the Fond du Lac Fairgrounds Rec Center.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
Marco, the name our area trusts for all things related to your tax return. For over 60 years, our community has trusted the Marco Tax Service at 43 East 3rd Street, Fond du Lac.
When you buy at Camera Casino, it's like having a little photo expert come with you.
Whether you're shooting sports, nature, or portraits, we'll make sure you have exactly what you need right in your bag. When you learn from our staff of experts, our knowledge follows you wherever you go.
We'll make sure you have the gear and confidence while you're out shooting.
A little help can go a long way.
At Camera Casino.
Fond du Lac Credit Union knows that we all have many different goals that we want to achieve in life, like paying off debt or planning your dream wedding. We also know that sometimes unfortunate things can happen that are out of our control, like car trouble or a broken washer and dryer. For all of your personal needs, Fond du Lac Credit Union has personal loans customized just for you. Wherever you are in life, Fond du Lac Credit Union can help get you to where you want to be. For more information, simply visit fdlcu.com or stop in today.
Back here at Lake Country Lutheran High School, 28-0 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. Halftime, we'll give you our halftime trivia question, and then we'll open that up for you to win some free Taco Bell. They got. I don't want to get any side eye looks in the press box here. I don't want to bring up any bad memories for Lake Country Lutheran, but Holiday Automotive halftime. Taco Bell halftime trivia tonight. The question will be, Lake Country Lutheran played Springs in week 1. That was at Fruth. Springs got the win over Lake Country Lutheran. What was the final score in that game back in week 1? You got to do a little investigation on that. What was the final score between Springs and Lake Country Lutheran? That's the Taco Bell trivia. Order your favorite Taco Bell menu items online. Pick them up at the drive-thru Taco Bell locations, any location in Fond du Lac. Taco Bell, Live Mas. Couple of updates for you. Mayville and Berlin, 14 apiece. That's a good. I told you that was going to be a good one. That one's going to come down to the final possession. And a couple of really good defenses, couple of really good rushing attacks. I thought that was going to be a good one. Lemira up 20-14 against Manitowoc Lutheran. Don't sleep on Manitowoc Lutheran. I looked at that one, and I'm trying to find a way for Manitowoc Lutheran to win it, and I just couldn't find a way. I thought it was such a mismatch, but that one's tight up at Lemira right now, and I did find a stream for Amherst Stratford. Don't go watch that stream. We'll just keep you updated. Keep it right here. But Amherst and Stratford tied at 7 and that one is just into the second half between the Tigers and the Falcons. Winner of that game plays the winner of this game in Level 3 of the Division 5 bracket. Opposite of this this part of the bracket, up on the top portion of it, Prairie du Chien is the top seed. The other top seeds in Division 5, Wrightstown and St. Croix Falls. Looking at Lamira, Lamira is the 2 seed. The number 1 seed for them would be Cedar Grove, Belgium, and the number 1 seed in with Mayville is Winneconne. Winneconne's been very impressive this year, but I don't, quite frankly, I don't think there's a huge difference between Winneconne and Berlin. Just kind of having done some box score research. Obviously, if you don't watch the games, it's impossible to tell, but there you go. Let's take a timeout. We'll be back with more here on RP Video Sports. Stay with us.
Are you unsure of what career path you want to take? Musa Sheet Metal is looking for motivated individuals to join their highly regarded apprenticeship program. Throughout the program, you'll learn the skills to be able to run your own job site. A career at Musa Sheet Metal is a chance to join a driven team working together to design and build products to help build communities. Learn more at musasheetmetal.com. That's musasheetmetal.com.
Build products that build communities. Apply at musasheetmetal.com.
Are you or a loved one living with the discomfort and hopelessness of peripheral neuropathy? The tingling, the numbness, the life-altering pain? Are you tired of taking medications that only mask the symptoms or don't work at all? You don't have to live like that anymore. Introducing New Medical Center, your beacon of hope in the fight against peripheral neuropathy. Our team of dedicated specialists uses the latest advancement in medical technology to help you regain control of your life. Our personalized treatment plans are designed to reduce your pain, improve your balance, and restore your quality of life, all while targeting the cause of your neuropathy. Visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com.
When I say Phillies on 4th, what comes to mind?
Chicken,
Pizza,
Friday fish fries,
mashed potatoes and gravy.
Don't forget about all their great snacks.
And tons of candy, groceries, and toiletries. Phillies on 4th literally has everything from soup to nuts. Save time with in and out shopping and score big with Phillies on 4th and Everett, Fond du Lac.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
Here at the Wellness Way Fond du Lac, we disrupt the standard approach to healthcare. We understand that common is not normal. And unlike the restrictive healthcare mentality, we dig deeper to find answers to life-restricting health challenges. While focusing on overcoming interference in the body, we go beyond symptom-based care and address your unique physiology, allowing your mind and body to find its way to better health. You don't need to merely get through every day, but rather take control of your life and, more importantly, your health. The Wellness Way Fond du Lac. Do health differently.
Back here at Lake Country Lutheran High School, that'll wrap up the halftime show. Ready here for the second half, 28-0 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Lake Country Lutheran will also get the football to start the second half. Forgot to give you the email. that would be helpful for the Taco Bell trivia. Tell us what the score of that Springs Lake Country Lutheran game was way back in week number 1. We thought we might see a rematch of that tonight. Instead, WLA had different plans, upsetting Springs last week. rpvideosports@gmail.com is where you got to fire off that answer to. We'll be monitoring that throughout the third quarter, so answer and win some Taco Bell. Gannon Schwartz set to kick this thing off and get the second half underway. Onside kick. not touched by anyone, goes out of bounds, and Lake Country Lutheran will get the football with good starting field position. But you probably just got to try that from here on out, and that may, from the Vikings' perspective, that may be the last chance you get to kick off. We'll see. By the way, nearing the end of the third quarter between Mayville and Berlin, and Sawyer Hardesty just scored a touchdown for the Cardinals. Got a crew down there from RP Video Sports. And, if I wasn't here tonight, that's where I would be. I would have been at Ray Dunn, and I was really excited for Mayville Berlin. Obviously, I'm happy to be here this evening. This has been an excellent game from a neutral standpoint, obviously. Here is Menzel trying to continue his fabulous night, and he finds a man on the far side of the field. And that looked like Blake Barkow, and a pickup of about 5 on the play, and Menzel has been excellent. Well, they're going to say just a pickup of 4, so 2nd and 6 for the Lightning. That is 6 of his last 6 or 7 of his last 7, talking about Jackson Menzel, who, after a couple of incompletions to start the game, has really settled in. This is Benz. He's building on a 108-yard day, and he's able to get to the edge and bust this thing. It's poked out by Keifenheim at the end, but Benz had already went out of bounds, and it's going to be a pickup of 15 yards for Benz, and a first down brought to you by Addison Jones. Call them, then call the movers. First downs have been hard to come by for the Vikings, but for Lake Country Lutheran, just about every time they touch the football, they're in danger of earning a new set of downs. Just getting underway here in the second half, if you're just joining us. 11:15 to go in the third quarter. And with another score, this thing would turn into running clock. Here's another Menzel completion. This time out to Hans, and I think he got back to the line of scrimmage, maybe plunged forward for half a yard. We'll just say no gain for Lake Country Lutheran. Brings up 2nd and 10. So we'll, as this game continues, obviously we're going to keep the focus here, but we'll also bring in some updates from elsewhere for anyone that might be curious. Stratford has taken a 14-7 lead over Amherst. Winner of this game tonight plays the winner of that game in Level 3. Stratford up for competitive balance purposes. Here goes Kylie. Kylie, every time he gets a football, it's like he's shot out of a rocket. Picks up 5 yards there. Nice run from Gavin Kiley. It's 3rd and 5 with 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. For the Vikings, we kind of mentioned it. This season started off 1-1. They played a really tough Kettle Moraine Lutheran team, Division 4 team, in Week 1, and took care of Chilton. Then the Vikings had a really tough start to conference play. Mayville, Lemire, and Campbellsport. And they just really didn't get any momentum to start conference play. There's Benz, picks up 4th and 1 coming up here for Lake Country Lutheran. We'll see if they're tempted enough to go for it. I would imagine you would. You've pretty much gotten anything you wanted and more on the ground here tonight. But yeah, for WLA, it was just a case of they just couldn't get anything going in terms of momentum, right? Mayville was as good as we thought they would be. Lemire was probably better than anyone thought they were going to be. Here's the give on the near side. Benz tries to bounce it, and is he short? He is. Some positivity here for the Vikings as they stop Benz short. He needed 1.5, and he got about a half. So turnover on downs and a little positivity for the Vikings. But as I was saying, you couldn't have dreamt up a much tougher start to the conference season than the Vikings had. The only tougher start would have been Laconia's. Laconia had Mayville, Lamira, and Springs. And then they had Campbellsport right after that. So, I mean, that's really, really difficult for the Spartans this year. But WLA, after that stretch, was able to get some wins. They played Omro. North Fond du Lac took care of business. Then got some momentum headed into the postseason. But that is all gone here tonight. Here's a give to Kiefenheim, and Cole Kiefenheim comes to the near side, is belted hard and driven backwards. We'll see where they spot the forward progress as we tick under 9 minutes to go in this third quarter. Looks like they're going to give him about 3 yards or so for Cole Kiefenheim on the first play of the second half for the Vikings. This drive started at their own 29-yard line. And the Vikings will face a 2nd and 7. So Cole looks like he's going to be the sheriff of this offense here for the second half. He's back out as the quarterback, a sophomore for the Vikings. Was their JV quarterback last year. This one too hot and too high. Trying to find his fellow sophomore tight end, Eli Mookie. And that one just too hot and too high for Mookie. So 3rd and 7 forthcoming for the Vikings. By the way, still have that Taco Bell trivia open for those of you that are interested. rpvideosports@gmail.com. 8:07 to go in the ball game. Schwartz is the slot receiver up to the top. And, as I mentioned, this would be obviously you're trying to find positives if you're Coach Kevin Lair and the Vikings. If you find that Evan Cole's got the chops to play quarterback for you. Nice tackle here on the near side by Gideon Biedenbender, taking down Cole Kiefenheim. And beautiful flying tackle from Biedenbender to force a 4th and 6. But if you're Coach Kevin Lair, and if you can find some positivity, you would love to have Gannon Schwartz go back to it. This is from a neutral outside perspective. I don't know. Maybe they want Schwartz to stay at the quarterback position, but I think he gives this offense so much. Now, as I say that, Schwartz is going to go back to, he might punt. Yeah, he's going to punt. But he just gives you so much from that slot receiver position. So it's interesting. We'll see what the Vikings. Next year's a long way away. Schwartz's punt drives Lake Country Lutheran back to the 39-yard line, and that's where Lake Country Lutheran will start their next drive. So a 3 and out for the Vikings. Be interesting to see how Cole settles into this game. Obviously, Viking fans will remember Ethan Cole, the quarterback from a number of years ago. Did an excellent job for the Vikings. A big dual threat, bruiser of a runner. Excellent job. Here's the throw out to Biedenbender. Biedenbender makes a move. Sweet move from Biedenbender. And another completion for Menzel. They're really scheming up some easy throws for Menzel here, and that pickup is going to go for 17 yards down to the 44 of WLA. And I've just been really impressed with how Menzel has run this offense. Now, don't get me wrong, when you can turn around and hand it to Benz and Kylie, and by the way, we haven't seen Nathan Groff tonight. He's their leading rusher on the season. Here's a handoff to Benz. And Benz picks up a yard on the carry. So, there's certainly enough talent around here for Menzel to lean on. But look, you still gotta make the throws, and you still gotta do the job. And very impressed with what he's brought to this offense here tonight. They're gonna respot that for a 2-yard gain for Benz, and Menzel kind of in the pistol formation here. They're going to try a double move, throw the ball deep. It's a beautiful ball. Man's got a step, and it's tipped away. Is it picked? No, ball hit the floor. Tipped away just at the last second. Burmeister had a step on McCauley, and McCauley, nice play from Miles McCauley, the senior for the Vikings, to tip that away. Once again, just a gorgeous ball from Menzel. Maybe I suppose if you're going to get hypercritical, that's as good a ball as you're going to see a high school quarterback throw. But if you're going to get hypercritical, maybe too much air on it? I don't know. Menzel rolls out to the far side, looking downfield. This one's tipped away by McCauley. And McCauley thought he might have had himself an interception there, got his hands on his head over on the far sideline. So after hitting 8 completions in a row, Menzel goes back-to-back incompletions, and it's 4th and 8. Menzel, as we mentioned, was 7 for 10 in the first half. Threw for 64 yards, added another 16 on the ground. And I think we got ourselves a winner of the Taco Bell Trivia. 35-12. So congratulations to Justin. Here's a punt going down to Gannon Schwartz. Schwartz muffs it, goes off his knee, and the bad gets worse for the Vikings. Biedenbender picks it up, and I don't think you can advance it in high school, so it should be spotted. Should be spotted at the 12-yard line. I don't believe you can advance it in high school. But it was Biedenbender on the recovery on the muffed punt. Schwartz was trying to pick it up on one hop and see if he could take it the distance. And it just kind of took a weird bounce off the turf and caromed off his shin. So the ball will pick up for the next Lake Country Lutheran drive at the plus 12-yard line. 5:56 to go in the third. But finish that up. Congratulations to Justin, who got the correct scores. 35-12. Springs took down Lake Country Lutheran. And by the way, after watching this Lake Country offense tonight, how impressive is that from Springs defense back in week 1? Hold them to 12 points. Lake Country Lutheran could easily be over the 40-point mark had they not made a few mistakes in that first half penalty-wise. So Menzel under center, gives the ball to Benz. Benz finds a crease on the right side and is inside the 10-yard line down to the 9. A pickup of 3 for Benz as he continues to run well for the Lightning. Couple more flyway updates. Lomira back up to a 2-touchdown lead, 28-14 over Manitowoc Lutheran. And Berlin scored a touchdown but missed the extra point. So Mayville retains a 1-point lead in the fourth quarter. If you can get a couple teams from your conference into level 3 or beyond, you know you had a good conference. And this isn't even counting Springs. Under 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Menzel goes play action, steps up into the pocket, under pressure, breaks a tackle, and he slips on the turf. Turf probably getting a little slick down there this time of night, and Menzel, he had some space on the far side. If he could have kept his footing, he slipped down, and the ball back to the 17-yard line. So a loss of 8 on the scramble and tripping down back there. 4.5 minutes, so, you know, the passing game maybe not quite as sharp as it was in the first half for Lake Country Lutheran, but they're also trying some different things here. They've had 2nd and 7 and they're throwing it, or 3rd and short. Here's a jump ball to the corner of the end zone. McCauley's going to have an interception. Miles McCauley picks off Menzel.
Miles McCauley with the interception.
And once again, a couple of nice plays by the Vikings on this drive. They forced the sack of Menzel and then pick him off in the end zone. Miles McCauley does so. And the ball will come out to the 20-yard line on the touchback. So 4 minutes and 12 seconds left in this third quarter. The Lightning offense is 7 points away from making this running clock. And on the interception, I heard a couple groans from the crowd, and I don't think it's because they think that they're in any trouble, any imminent danger here on the scoreboard. So Evan Cole back in for the Vikings. He's in shotgun formation. The turn, the give is to Parker Mullenbach, another sophomore for the Vikings. And Mullenbach is stonewalled in the backfield. Loss of 2 on the play, 2nd down and 12. Mullenbach had to step in with some big plays for the Vikings over the course of the year. I think back to that homecoming game against Omro when WLA was without Gannon Schwartz and Cole Keifenheim in the first quarter. Mullenbach played quarterback for WLA in kind of a wildcat quarterback situation. Did a nice job to keep the Vikings in it until their top 2 players could return. 3.5 minutes to go in the third. Here's that misdirection play to Adrian Brenner. Brenner comes to the near side, and he is pelted that time from Ham and Kiley making the play on the near side. And they'll say he got back to the original line of scrimmage, did Adrian Brenner. So a pickup of 2, 3rd and 10. Other sophomores on this Viking roster, Isaac Lamont, you've seen him out there for some offensive plays tonight. Owen Elke has been forced into a cornerback role. He's done a nice job as a sophomore as well. Parker Mullenbach just called his name. We've said Eli Mookie and Cooper Schwalbe quite a bit tonight. Orville Bloom is probably the Vikings' best offensive lineman. He's a sophomore as well. Here's a timeout for WLA. Let's take it with them. The Vikings trail by 28 on Radio Plus. Stay with us.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we believe in happy accidents, like in 1964, when a Buffalo, New York restaurant owner accidentally bought chicken wings instead of chicken necks. The 60s were a crazy time. Well, decades later, and the mistake-turned masterpiece is now at Pizza Ranch. Introducing our new traditional and boneless chicken wings, tossed in our signature sauces. 2 more ways to get the country's best chicken available for carryout and delivery. Maybe it wasn't an accident after all, just delicious fate. Pizza Ranch. Mmm.
Just seeing the end of that play there back here at Lake Country Lutheran. Jordan King with you here this evening. Evan Cole tried a deep shot, about a 30-yard pass attempt, looking for Gannon Schwartz, and just overthrew him. Stratford has taken a 21-7 lead over Amherst. So it looks like it'll be Lake Country Lutheran and Stratford. That game is in the fourth quarter. Now, that's still within the realm of possibility. And then Mayville just scored again with a Sawyer Hardesty touchdown, so they've extended that lead back out as well. Here's Gannon Schwartz. Schwartz puts a big foot into it, and it bounces. Oh, man, what a weird bounce. And I think that might have actually hit Hans. Yeah, he's going back to collect that. I think that might have hit him on the weird deflection, and they're going to get a blindside block or a block in the back. And that was a dangerous one there from Nathaniel Grooms, and there's a Viking still down on the field. That was kind of a nasty blindside block, and it popped one of the Vikings' helmets off down there too. So we may step aside here as they treat one of the Viking players that's down near the goal line. Let's step aside here on RP Video Sports.
You dream it, we'll fabricate it. At Quest Interiors, we fabricate one-of-a-kind countertops, with most installed by next week and completed in just one day. And because we fabricate our countertops in-house, you can buy direct and save money. Visit our showrooms today in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac to start your transformation. Quest Interiors, exceptional style, exceptional savings.
The Rademan family has been quarrying and producing natural stone products for over 50 years. Is your driveway in need of repair? Here at Rademan's, our crushed stone division provides our customer with stone needed for maintaining your gravel driveway. Our quarry stone division provides landscape stones such as stepping stones and retaining wall stone for your outdoor living areas. We also offer natural thin and full veneer stone for interior applications such as fireplaces or outdoor applications to combine with or replace your siding or brick. Rademan Stone and Landscape Company, where we have the materials to do the best work on earth.
Brock Fleischer here with Homestead Realty. I know that buying and selling a home can be stressful. I'm here to help. Are you ready to sell? I have buyers waiting for a home just like yours. Are you looking to buy? I can sell any home that's on the market, and I'm here to get you pre-approved to purchase, along with finding the best loan and lender for your situation. I'll even go as far as arranging movers. For an easier real estate transaction, give me a call. Brock Fleischer, 920-960-0555.
We're back here at Lake Country Lutheran. We had the flag there for the illegal blindside block against Lake Country Lutheran. WLA had a couple. I want to say this is. I'm not going to. Well, I'm about to speculate, so I'm not going to apologize for it. I believe this is on WLA's coaching staff, and they were not happy that in a 28-0 game you get a block like that. You know, it's a competitive football game. I don't necessarily blame WLA's coaches. It's a block that they're trying to get out of the game at every level of football. Let's say that. That's why it's a 15-yard penalty. But there, Lake Country Lutheran is not punished because WLA's coaches said some things. And again, very quick flags. I'll just say that. These guys have done a nice job tonight. But very quick on the flags. So here's a give to Tyson Groff. I believe that was up the middle. And his first carry by my count here tonight, I do believe. And he picked up about 9 on the play, 2nd and 1. Yeah, I was talking to the guys up here in the press box, and if Stratford can hang on, here's a carry straight up the middle for Gavin Kiley. And Kiley picks up 9 more yards on the pickup. Back-to-back 9-yard carries. That brought to you, first down brought to you by Addison Jones Real Estate. If Stratford hangs on, that would bring up a rematch of the Division 5 2019 state championship game, which Lake Country Lutheran won 22-13 over Stratford back in 2019. Here's a pass from Menzel out to the near side. Gets it to Baranek, and he makes a couple of men miss, gets a couple of blocks, and picks up a dozen on the play. Nice couple of moves there from Baranek. Another first down brought to us by Addison Jones. High school sports today on RadioPlusInfo.com, presented by these 4 Fond du Lac area Edward Jones financial advisors, Matt Moses, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellisted. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. 1 minute and 10 seconds left in this third quarter. Neither team has scored in the third. Lake Country Lutheran built that 28-0 scoreboard lead that you see in the first half. Man goes in motion. The turn, the give is to Benz. Benz falls forward for a pickup of 2. And Alex Eckert picks up another tackle for the Vikings. And Benz is going to kind of gimp off there a little bit. Under a minute to play in this third quarter. I think Lake Country Lutheran would be all right if Benz wanted to rest him in the fourth quarter here. He has toted the rock well for the Lightning. Menzel under center. The turn to give is to Kiley, as has he. I'm telling you, look at this guy go. Gavin Kiley inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line, a pickup of 19 yards. You know, if I had to guess, I would think Gavin Kiley would be one heck of a wrestler. That's what my prediction, that's what I would say. He runs so hard. That's going to end the third. 28-0 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. We'll head to the fourth when we come back. Stay with us on RP Video Sports.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Back here at Lake Country Lutheran High School, LCL has the ball, 1st and 10 at the WIAA 26-yard line as we start the fourth here on RP Video Sports. 33 second half yards here for Gavin Kiley, and he is up at 141 yards rushing with a pair of scores tonight. Under center here for Menzel. He's going to give it back to Kiley, and Kiley's going to build on that. He's gone. Oh, he just got caught up in the secondary there from Cooper Schwalbe, it looked like. And Kiley, oh, man, I thought he was going the distance. Another 19-yard pickup for Kiley. 5'10", 175-pound junior running back. Graf is a junior. Ben's a senior, Kiley a junior. Man, this team is still got a lot of talent after this year, but that's what good programs do. They just keep reloading. Lake Country Lutheran is just that. Kiley remains in the backfield. After the pickup of 20, they're going to go play action, run a little game in the back of the end zone, and a touchdown. The catch was made by number 24, Gavin Baranek.
Gavin Kiley, touchdown. Gavin Baranek, touchdown.
Touchdown pass is the third of the night for Jackson Menzel. And I believe that is touchdown reception number 2 for Baranek. No, that's just the first for Baranek, but he's made a couple of big catches here tonight. And the PAT is up and good. 35-0 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. Let's take a timeout. You're watching Level 2 football on Radio Plus.
Connect with the road. Love what you drive and where you get it. Shop the SUV season sales event at Holiday and get our low simplified price, more for your trade, and score enticing offers like 0% financing plus generous bonus cash up to $3,250 on the spacious, nimble Mazda CX-70 while you enjoy our exceptional guest care.
Put your trust in the award-winning team at Holiday.
Find yours and drive it home today from Holiday Mazda, Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
At our store, it's about the people, and it's about the experience you have from the minute you walk through our doors. It's about serving you and listening to what you came in for. It's having real conversations with people in our community, and it's giving back. it's being a one-stop shop for all your electronic, appliance, and home furniture needs. Since 1922, we've been sharing our knowledge and providing pieces that make your life just a little bit better. Silica for your home.
So we're back here after the touchdown drive for Lake Country Lutheran. It took 7, make it 8 plays for the Lightning to score to make it 35-0 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Touchdown from Menzel to Baranek. And here is Miles McCauley picking up the ball at the 15, getting to the 20, and that's where WLA's next drive will start. Mayville is trying to cling on to a 28-26 lead over Berlin. There's 3 minutes and 46 seconds left, and the Cardinals have the football. So we'll see. This one's a tight one. They just had a big penalty to back them up. So not sure what the timeout situation is over there, but that one is a tight one, as we thought it might be. And Lemire is in a little bit of a dogfight. They're only up by 7 right now, so no such problems for Lake Country Lutheran. We are into running clock territory here for the final 10 minutes and change of this ball game, assuming that the Vikings don't score. So 1st and 10 from the 20. Evan Cole stays in at quarterback. Gannon Schwartz is the slot receiver. The give instead is to Parker Mullenbach, and Mullenbach is driven down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 1. The Vikings have tried to get something going here. Loss of 1 on the play, by the way. 2nd and 11. Try to see what they have in some of these younger players. But it has just been domination tonight from Lake Country Lutheran, specifically their front 7-8 players. And really the secondary hasn't been tested a ton, but the times that they have on the deep throws, they've had an answer for that too. Here's Miles McCauley on a screen pass, and McCauley gets out to the 26-yard line, a pickup of 7 for the Vikings on the pass from Evan Cole. About 9 minutes left in this one. Ball sits at the 26-yard line. Third and 4 for Evan Cole and the Vikings. It's a long 4 for WLA. Shotgun snaps a throw to the far side. Same play, opposite side. McCauley breaks a couple of tackles, comes to the near side, and he's got a first down for the Vikings. Out to the 34-yard line, make it a pickup of 8 for the senior, Vikings senior. And I believe Mayville just picked up a massive first down to keep the ball, and that might almost be kneel-down territory for the Cardinals. 8 minutes to go here in this one. Evan Cole looking deep, far side, shot for Gannon Schwartz. Schwartz double covered and falls incomplete. There's a flag in the backfield. Roughing the passer will give 15 free ones to the Vikings. The Vikings have gotten 30 yards. They've had 2 personal foul penalties, has Lake Country Lutheran. And I would venture to say those 30 yards are about as good as the Vikings have had tonight. Unfortunately, if you're a Vikings fan. That gets the ball out to the 49-yard line, nearing midfield. Where Evan Cole will pick this one up for the Vikings in shotgun formation. Takes the shotgun snap, fires a pass out to McCauley. They're going to let McCauley work, try to break a couple of tackles. He's able to juke past one, dive forward near the sticks. And we'll see where they mark it. I think they're going to give him 11 and a first down. So 3 straight passes completed if you don't count that roughing the passer incompletion. 3 straight passes to Miles McCauley for 26 yards, and they've got a little something going here. The plus 40-yard line is where the ball sits with 6.5 minutes to play. And WLA to the line of scrimmage. Evan Cole, shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the near side are McCauley and Schwartz. They're going to go to Miles McCauley again. It's almost like on Madden when you got that play that worked, so you're just going to keep calling it. And it's maybe slight differences to it, but it pretty much looks the same. That one loses a yard. Lake Country Lutheran had that one snuffed out. And I think Mayville is going to do it. Let's see. Elsewhere, I think they just picked up enough for a first down. And that is that for the Cardinals. They're going to move on to level 3. Congratulations to Coach Hilber. 2nd and 11. Here's Gannon Schwartz back into the backfield. Kind of a unique setup there with the unbalanced line. They're going to pitch it a couple of times. Here's Miles McCauley. McCauley wants to throw it. And, oh man, referee got knocked over there. That was a hard hit. Credit that referee. He stood in there, and he took the hit. Oh, yeah, they're going to get the – and I think they're going to get a hold or a block in the back there. WLA blocked someone right into the official, and that's a good call. Happened about 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Block at the back. And a 10-yard penalty. And credit that official, man. He stood in there. So that one's going to knock it back into WLA territory at the 49-yard line. The clock continues to tick. From the Vikings' perspective, somewhat mercifully, down under 4 minutes. 35-0 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. Coming up, stay with us. We'll have the Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show, so don't go anywhere as we'll continue on in the postgame. Long pass attempt from Cole, looking for Miles McCauley once again. I'll tell you what. If you're Evan Cole, you got to love this. Not only are you getting some good, valuable experience here in the playoffs, but they're also letting you chuck the ball around the yard here. This is every quarterback's dream right now. I know you're not completing all of them, but that's what quarterbacks love to do. Turning around and handing off, man, that's boring. Let's cut it loose. Come on now. Yeah, that's true. Shotgun formation here for Evan Cole on a 3rd and 21. Got to throw this one almost back to Fond du Lac to get the first down. Out route to McCauley. It's incomplete, and it'll be 4th down. I would guess the Vikings will probably just punt this one away, and my guess is we'll see a couple of kneel downs. So 4th and 21, ball sits at the 49-yard line. About 2 minutes left. Here is Gannon Schwartz. Schwartz puts a good punt into this one, and it checks out at the 3-yard line. Great punt from Gannon Schwartz. They'll still run the clock. Stratford is up 28-7 against Amherst. Stratford, the top seed in the sectional. And tonight's game was played at Marshfield High School, so they got turf at Marshfield. I don't know if Stratford's going to use that as their home field for the rest of the way, but Stratford in control. And Lemira also, 35-21. Lemira is in control against Manitowoc Lutheran. That game, only a couple minutes left in it as well. Final minute here, 35-0 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. There's the first kneel down, and just one more snap of the football will take care of this one tonight. The Vikings extend their season by a game past what people would have expected. And regardless of the result here tonight, there's going to be a lot of people associated with the Vikings program and with the school. They're going to remember that Springs game for a long, long time. This class and this team has certainly made an impact with what they did last week. So they're going to kneel this one out. That's going to do it. Ball game over. Lake Country Lutheran moves on to level 3. 35-0, comprehensive, dominant tonight. They led 28-0 at halftime and coasted to a five-touchdown win here tonight. Let's take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have our Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show. Hope you'll join us for that here on Radio Plus. Stay with us.
The Roush Insurance Agency, and proud to sponsor our local athletes doing what they love. Do you have people in your life that you love? Your loved ones count on you. Hi, this is Tony Walters, agent with the Roush Insurance Agency. Let us at the Roush Insurance Agency give you a free, no-obligation life insurance quote so you're safe and secure for when the unexpected happens. To find out more about your free, no-obligation quote, give us a call today. The Roush Insurance Agency, properly insuring you for your future. Good luck, area athletes, on your quest to a state title.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
Here's Barb, another great success story from Into the Woods Wellness of Fond du Lac.
It is set up for you to succeed, and they walk with you and encourage you and give you a lot of information, a lot of opportunities and choices, and they are your biggest cheerleaders. And so I would definitely recommend it. It is life-changing. I am no longer on any medications. It is just supplements. I no longer take any prescriptions and don't regret it at all. So you will be received well and cared for well here.
To start your own wellness journey, head to IntoTheWoodsJourney.com.
A personal experience with a custom feel. Each home Smith Builders builds is unique. Their design and selections perfectly crafted for you. To learn more, visit smithbuildersinc.com or stop by 227 Morris Court. Smith Builders of Fond du Lac. Traditional values, exceptional services. A proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Here we go. All we need is an open road and a chance to see a never-ending world that's beautiful. Here we go, with the sunlight on our skin. It's a brand new day, it's ours to take, and we will let it in. This is where the adventure begins.
The innovation you've been waiting for.
is here. Built on the 16X Cheez-It platform, it's the first flavor matrix stable enough to make a Cheez-It tostada possible, and cheesy enough to power the Crunch Wrap. Because if you want to change the world, you have to bring something big to the table. Think big.
Cleaning your gutters is a pain, but ignoring them could ruin the value of your home. Gutter Helmet is the solution. Choose the perfect color to blend with your home, and our certified technicians will install Gutter Helmet in less than a day. Call Gutter Helmet today to never clean your gutters again.
Call us when you need a company you can trust.
You hear it all the time, but what does it mean? This is Danny and Heather at AirTech Heating, and for our company, it means we do right by our customers and provide them quality service for superior home comfort.
It means our prices are competitive and fair. It means that we stand behind our work. It means doing whatever it takes.
To whom you trust, your family's safety and comfort does matter. Call the team at AirTech Heating at 924-6742 when you need a company you can trust.
In 1925, Winnebago Lutheran Academy opened their doors to the first class of Vikings. For the last 99 years, WIAA has offered a welcoming and safe environment for our students to learn and grow. We are continually blessed with a dedicated faculty and staff who inspire our students in their academic pursuits and, most importantly, in their spiritual lives. As we begin our 100th year of education, we look back on all the blessings we have received from God and acknowledge the grace upon grace He has provided. Thank you, Fond du Lac and surrounding communities, for 100 years of continuous support.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
We need play at all ages and stages of life to keep us and our communities healthy and happy and full of energy and excitement. At Burke, development, research, design, innovation, wellness, and connection guide us each and every day and help us bring the highest level of play to the communities we serve. Play gives us the power to connect. It tells us anything is possible and that we are always capable. The time is now to play.
Every customer can be a Signature Home customer. I think that's what Signature Homes does really well, is that we can touch not only the customer who's building for the first time, but also the customers that know what they want and want to pull pieces of other property that they've lived in and loved. And you can really trust that we know what we're doing and that we have 30 years of experience in the market doing it with quality craftsmanship and a lot of style and design. And at the end, we get a chance to walk them through and see their smiling faces, and we know that we've achieved our goal.
We're back here at Lake Country Lutheran High School. We see the Vikings there in the north end zone close out their season. Winnebago Lutheran final on the year. They are 5-6 on the season. Played one more game than a lot of people expected them to. The 7th seed knock off Springs in just an all-time classic last week. Tonight, no such luck. 35-0 the final score here on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Lake Country Lutheran hung it on them. It was 28-0 at halftime, and the Lightning really just coasted in that second half to the win. Elsewhere, it looked like Stratford was going to take care of Amherst in that one. So that sets up a Stratford-Lake Country Lutheran matchup. As we mentioned, talking to the guys up here, that's a rematch of the 2019 state championship game, which Lake Country Lutheran won. And again, up at the top side of the bracket, Prairie du Chien is the top seed up there. We could spend all night going through all of the results. That's not my job. So we'll tell you that Stratford likely won. Looked like they were going to win, and that's who Lake Country Lutheran would match up against next. So this is our Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show. Looking for a loan with no hassle? They can help. Local bank, local lenders, your community, your local community bank, Fox Valley Savings Bank. Couple of post-game spots to get to here. Marian University presents the turning point in the game. Log on to marianuniversity.edu to get started today. And I'm going to take it back to the first half of this one when Lake Country Lutheran was up 15-0. Now, again, I think one of the biggest plays of this game, and it really could be the turning point of the game, was snap number 2, when Lake Country Lutheran was able to force a fumble on a rush by Frankie Wiedmeyer. And by the way, not sure if Wiedmeyer returned after that. I didn't remember seeing him out there. That was a big hit on Frankie Wiedmeyer, and Wiedmeyer coughed the ball up, and a couple of plays later, Lake Country Lutheran got the score. But a little bit later on in that first quarter, Lake Country Lutheran roughed the punter, and it gave WLA the ball in Lake Country Lutheran territory at the plus 40. In the very next play, WLA not able to protect Gannon Schwartz. Schwartz was scrambling around. He was stripped, sacked, and gave up the football. And I think that was the turning point in the game. If WLA was going to get back into this thing, put a little bit of pressure on them, and just hang around, that was one of the possessions that was key for WLA to get something out of that. And after you get a gift from Lake Country Lutheran, they rough the punter. WLA gives it up on the very next play on that fumble, and the rest, as they say, is history. BCI Burke presents the player of the game. Log on to burkecareers.com. That's BURKE careers.com. And the player of the game, well, you could give it to any number of guys. I'm going to go with Gavin Kiley. 161 yards, 2 touchdowns for the junior running back. He also had a fumble recovery. He also made several tremendous plays on the defensive side of the field for Lake Country Lutheran. As I mentioned, could have gone any number of directions with this. Benz had 134 yards rushing. Menzel had 113 yards passing. He also had 3 touchdowns, threw an interception in the second half, but that was when the game was already well out of reach. So we'll go with Kiley. You could have split that 3 or 4 different ways if you wanted to with your BCI Burke player of the game. For the Vikings, if we were going to look for a player of the game for them, Evan Cole comes off the bench, and we saw a few flashes. They got him going in the screen game, let him get a couple of completions, found Miles McCauley a couple of times. The Vikings late in that game just trying to see what they have moving forward with this program in future years. And that sophomore class, I think there's a lot of talent there for WLA that's going to just continue to get more experience moving forward. AirTech presents our next game broadcast. No matter which type of heating system you have in your home, the knowledgeable technicians at AirTech Heating can perform a timely repair if things go wrong. Go to radioplusinfo.com for the complete schedule, and that's going to be important moving forward here. Now, Mayville got the win. Looked like Lemire was going to get the win. I didn't get confirmation on that, but I'm pretty confident to say Lemire got the win. A couple of area teams stay alive, and as I said, if your conference or your area can get multiple teams into level 3, you know you've had good area football. And the Greater Fond du Lac area this year has had tremendous football. The Flyway was stacked. Obviously, Fondy was in the FVA, which was a powerhouse conference as usual. So Mayville, Lemira, we'll see where both of them are headed next week, likely Winneconne and Cedar Grove, Belgium. But just check radioplusinfo.com for the schedule, and likely one of those games is where we will be flying around, and we'll set up a camera and see if we can't do this again somewhere next week. So there you go. That's going to close out things on the Fox Valley Savings Bank post-game show. Once again, Winnebago Lutheran's season comes to an end. 5-6 on the year for the Vikings. Big win last week, not able to back it up against a very impressive Lake Country Lutheran team tonight. Final score, 35-0 from the campus of Lake Country Lutheran High School. Want to thank all the sponsors up and down the line. Thanks to Carrie and the crew here for making my job easy. I just get to show up and describe a football game. Thanks to Lake Country Lutheran for the setup here in the press box. And finally, thanks to you for tuning in. You've been watching Level 2 Football here on Radio Plus Video Sports. Good night.
Thanks to our Radio Plus Video Sports sponsors.
Edward Jones Fond du Lac Advisors, Musa Sheet Metal, Quest Interiors, Sargento Cheese,
American Family Insurance Agent Brad Tagliapietra, Bauer Chiropractic, BCI Burke, Bob's Pizza,
Bristol Morgan Bank, Addison Jones Real Estate, Cole Oil and Propane, Dufresne Moving and Storage.
Roush Insurance, Smith Builders, Marco Tax Service, AirTech Heating and Cooling,
Anders Auto Parts, Taco Bell, Fox Valley Savings Bank, Holiday Automotive,
Dynamic Chiropractic, Rademan Stone and Landscape, Everson Law Office, Hopper's Screen Printing and Custom Embroidery,
Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Integrity Saw and Tool, Fondy Family Dental, Into the Woods Wellness,
St. Mary Springs Academy, Lens Truck Center, Fond du Lac Credit Union, Marion University,
Right Way Home Improvement, New Medical Center, Scotty's Auto Works,
National Exchange Bank and Trust, Pizza Ranch, Silica for your home, Pino Construction,
Real estate agent Brock Fleischer. Back in action.
Camera Casino.
Thanks to our Radio Plus Video Sports sponsors.
Edward Jones Fond du Lac Advisors, Musa Sheet Metal, Quest Interiors, Sargento